What's up, Fantasy Champions? Spotlight Sports Network is excited to tell you about an amazing deal from Thrive Fantasy, your place for daily fantasy sports and esports. Right now, with promo code SS Network, Thrive Fantasy will match up to $50 of your first deposit. So go to thrivefantasy.com and sign up now with promo code SS Network. That's thrivefantasy.com, promo code SS Network.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. What is going on, everybody? What is going on? It is your boy Darion. We are live for another live stream. Nation, we in the building. We are in the building, nation. What is goody, y'all? What is goody? Your boy is in the building. It's Spotlight Raiders Talk. And before we get into this show, I do want to give my utmost respect to my boy. My utmost respect to my boy Graphk Raider, man. He's been grinding. He's been doing his thing. And my boy hit 10,000 subscribers. 10,000 subscribers, man. He's been rocking out. He's been doing his thing, and I'm proud of him. I'm really proud of Graphk hitting 10,000 subscribers last night. It was definitely a blessing. Definitely a blessing. Thank you for that. Thank you for saying the head is so clean. Thank you so much. But what's going on, y'all? What's going on? So congratulations to my boy Graphk Raider for being a part of the 10K club on YouTube. Shout out to him. Raider Honcho is right behind him. And I'm coming up next, man. So make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel because we have an action-packed show for y'all. I'm going to have y'all call up to the show. Let me know your predictions for the Chargers game on Monday night. We're still waiting for some stuff to come out as far as injury report. I only have the injury report from yesterday. I don't have the updated one for today. But shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody. And you do want to get your Spotlight Raider Talk hoodies. If you see it right here, make sure you go to spotlightsportsgear.com. Go to spotlightsportsgear.com and type in Spotlight Raiders Talk. And it's right now it's 20% off. And I'm going to show you it before we get into this show. We definitely need to let y'all know about Spotlight Raiders Talk gear or spotlightsportsgear.com because it's something that, hold up, y'all. I'm sorry. I got to fix this real quick. It's something that people need to go get, man. Yes, I am still going to the Giants game, King Savage. I am still going to the Giants game. So Spotlight Raiders Talk. I definitely need y'all to come on here and look at the merch, y'all. It's 20% off right now. You cannot beat it. You cannot beat it at all. So I'm gonna just give this little promotion here of it. I don't know if most of y'all didn't see the video, but I'm gonna show it to y'all right here. Make sure y'all go to spotlightsportsgear.com and type in search Spotlight Raiders Talk. And you see, it expires today up in the left-hand corner, 20% off everything, y'all. 20% off everything. We have shirts for the females. We have hats. Look at this hat. This gray hat right here. We got a tank top. We got women's hoodies. Got baseball caps, mugs. We have, water bottles. We have baseball t-shirts. We have mouse pads. We have, beanies. We have drawstring book bags, cell phone cases. Even face masks, a travel coffee cup. We have it all here on the Spotlight Raiders Talk. So when you go to spotlightsportsgear.com, make sure y'all go over and check out spotlightsportsgear.com. 20% off. Today is the last day. You do not want to miss that special. Do not want to miss that special. But let's get straight into it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get straight into it. Monday night game. Raiders, Chargers. I see Mr. Nick says he's worried about Monday. We need to create 2 turnovers and make Herbert nervous. Salute Spotlight, Raider Nation. What's going on? What's going on, my guy? What's up with y'all? Got to change that color because that color is atrocious. I don't know who did that. That's somebody off the Spotlight Sports Network changed that color. But shout out to everybody that's in the chat, man. How do y'all feel about this game? Keenan Allen is out? Where you see that news at? Where you see that news at? Please, somebody send me that. If Keenan Allen is out, I'm loving it. That makes it even better for us. So I'll take it. But I'm going to give y'all my 4 reasons. Our linebackers haven't been making any stops. I'm worried. You know why our linebackers have not been making a lot of stuff? Because Gus Bradley has us playing a 4-2-5. We don't play our base 4-3. We don't. So you nervous you heard that Mullen and Haas might not play? Well, the injury reports is still coming out, though. Let me pull up the injury report that I have so far on the Raiders website. Let me pull it up. Because from what I've heard, I have not heard the updated injury report, but I did see the one yesterday. So let me pull that up for y'all. But I have not heard anything about Keenan Allen being out. Jonathan Emmanuel Navarro, he'll be a good backup. We'll be at the game blacked out SoFi Stadium, pink lot tailgating hosted by the Los Angeles Black Hole. Let's go. Let's go. I'm taking it. I'm trying to see if they have the Raiders report on Raiders Wire. If not, I have to go to Raiders.com. Because I was going to give y'all my 4 reasons why the Las Vegas Raiders is going to beat the Chargers. But let's see what's going on with this injury report. I don't know about if Nate Hobbs is out and Mullen is out, it's going to be tough. It is going to be tough if that's the case. I don't want to, say that they going to be out and everything of that nature. I'm nervous about that. I'll be nervous too going into it. I would definitely be nervous going into it. So let's see. All right, so here is the injury report that I have from yesterday. So let me pull this up. Let me share this screen real quick. Okay, so I have not seen anything about the updated injury report. So this is the injury report that I have from Raiders, from Raiders.com. This is from Raiders.com. This is according to week 4. Because I think they're still practicing, if I'm not mistaken. But it says Nate Hobbs with a shoulder. He was limited in practice. Josh Jacobs with an ankle was limited in practice. Dalen Levette with a concussion. He was a full participant. Trayvon Muller was limited. Carl Nassib with a toe was limited. Denzel Perriman with Achilles/squad was full participant. Roderick Teamer was limited. And Solomon Thomas was, at least that list got smaller than it was last week. That's one thing I can say. And for the Los Angeles Chargers, Keenan Allen was limited according to yesterday. Joey Bosa was a full participant on Thursday. Gilman with the hip, he was limited. Chris Harris was limited. Darion James was limited. And Justin Jones was limited. So that's what I have so far. That's what I have so far from the injury report according to yesterday. So make sure y'all come on in and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, y'all. It is the Spotlight Raiders Talk. So that is basically what I saw as far as the injury report goes. So shout out, make sure y'all share this live, show love. Let's get me to 6K. We have 5,700. We're trying to get to 6K, y'all. Let's get to 6K and get this thing working, man. What's going on, George? George Pondexter says Keenan Allen is questionable according to Thursday. Sebastian, what is good, my brother? John just said we need to contain Mike Williams. Who is covering him? Casey? Possibly it might be Casey Hayward. It probably will be. Good thing that we play Monday. We give our guys more treatment. That's a fact. What's Gucci yesterday alive was wild yesterday on Doc. Shout out to Graphk Raider for making it to 10K again. Shout out to him for doing that. Raiders all day, baby. What's going on, Jesse? What's good, my guy? Jeffrey Davis says, I'm happy about Josh Jacobs playing. I don't care what anybody else say. I am happy that Josh Jacobs is playing. And I can agree with you there, Jeff Davis, because I got him in fantasy as well. But can this offensive line open up holes for him? That is my problem. The offensive line. Can we open up holes for Josh Jacobs to do what he do? What's going on, Benjamin? What's going on, y'all? Aurora FN asks Siri who's the best football team is. You want me to ask her? I can ask her right now. Y'all want me to ask her? Let's ask her right now. Hey, Siri. Who's the best football team right now? I guess it ain't no best team. She's saying 1 second. I don't know. I guess Siri doesn't know who the best football team is. I guess she does not know. So, say limited penalties or have yeah. So salute Sebastian. What's going on, Risky Produskis? What's going on, bro? What's going on, man? Lewis, what's going on, Lewis? Thank you for all being here. Issue says that I was told the Chargers have a bad run defense. I mean, they did have. Tony Pollard of the Dallas Cowboys and Ezekiel Elliott had a field day on them, but our offensive line got a block no matter if it's weak or not. Offensive lines can make defensive lines look good if they're not blocking. Andre James is rated 33rd best center. That means someone's backup is better than Andre James. Mr. Nick, you listen, mirror on the wall. I guess she doesn't know, y'all. Watch Siri go, Raid. Oh, I forgot to do it, y'all. I forgot to do it. Touchdown, Raiders! I don't know why I can't hear it. I usually can hear it for some reason. I don't know. Touchdown, there we go. Raiders! I was like, something. I couldn't hear it or something. I still go support the bros even in college. That's a fact. I don't believe the O-line can open up holes the way they need to make it harder for JJ. You got a point there. You got a point there, Leroy. If you have a phone, ask Siri who's the best team in the NFL. I just did that and she didn't say nothing. I just did that and she ain't say nothing. Let me do it again. Hey, Siri. Who's the best team in the NFL?
The Raiders are in first place in the NFL right now with a record of 3-0.
Talk that talk, Siri. Talk that talk.
Touchdown, Raiders.
Talk that talk. I love that. I love that. I love that. That had his flame spotlight. Thank you, Sebastian. Listen, I might be switching hats during the show because you know I'm a collector of hats, man. I might go to the draft hat. I might go to the red bottom. I might go to the Super Bowl hat. That's let's go, Siri. Let's go. I see y'all in the chat, man. I see y'all in the chat, man. I definitely see y'all. We're going to get every team's best game if we win the Super Bowl, but we are playing this. But the Super Bowl, the way we are playing this season, listen, I'm not thinking Super Bowl right now. I'm just going with the flow. I'm just going with the flow. Where are you getting these hats? Online or in store? This hat I got online. This hat. Let me know what. Let me switch out hats real quick. Let me switch out hats. I'm not gonna switch the hats out just yet because I just started the show. But I get them online and in store. So this hat I got right here. I got out of a store in Philadelphia named Pro Image. I saw this hat in the Pro Image store, and they had a lot of Raider stuff for it to be in Philadelphia. I was kind of surprised, but I have that, you know. So and it came with the embroidery right here. So it came with the embroidery. This all came for. This hat was like $50. This hat was like at least $50, and I was going to buy it because I love my Raiders. So that's what I had to do it. Why do I always have the 49 announcer Greg Popper? He's a Raider hater now. Listen, I can't get the old Raider stuff. I can't get the old Raider announcer stuff because it's archived. You can't find it on YouTube. You can't find the old one. So with that being said, I go with the one that was available to me. So let him be a Raider hater right now. I don't care. But I had to get some type of soundboard until Graphk Raider sends me his talk that shit soundboard. That's what I'm waiting for. We got to get to the playoffs first. That's a fact. Tell Siri, hey, Siri, F the Chargers. That hat is lit. Is Siri a Raiderette? Hey, she might be a Raiderette. I take it. Arnett would get a pick versus the Chargers. I don't think so. Arnett needs to be gone, bro. He's not that great of a player. He's not. I don't think he cares about football enough, in my opinion. What name should we give our defense? What you think about Legion of Swag, aka Lost Assyrian? Your thoughts? I don't know. I don't know what we should call our defense. I think right now we can't really call our defense anything. I really can't. I can't think off the back like that or what I should name our defense. Alabama don't sell nothing in their stores, so I have to shop online, but I'm scared to. Don't be scared to. If you're not shopping on Lids or Pro Image, it's probably a Pro Image in Alabama. I could definitely look that up for you. It's probably a Pro Image in Alabama. You never know. But yes, it was 50 bones. This one was 45. Papa is a legend. He's a legend, but they say he's a Raider hater right now. People say F Greg Papa. Papa's a sellout. Don't hate on Spotlight. He the homie. Hey, I'm not saying nothing, man. F the Chargers. Facts. Not wow, two bad plays. It's not two bad plays. I just thought, listen, Risky. Damon Arnett was a reach in the first round. He's not a first round talent. Same thing I say about Alex Leatherwood. Not a first round talent. He doesn't care about playing football. No one's hating on. I understand that you're not hating on Spot. I know you're not hating on me, brother. But that's when it comes to the old school touchdown Raiders audio, you can't find it on YouTube. If somebody can find it on YouTube, please send me the link. I would change it. But I couldn't find it personally. So, with that being said, I had to go with that. The hat is dope. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. If everybody didn't see the full hat, let me take it off real quick. I don't know what this is in my hair. I got to get a haircut, brother. I'm like, let me throw the other hat on because I don't know. Like, I'm woofing right now. This does not look good. Does not look good. But this hat I got off Liz. It was on sale for 40, I think $35, $45. And that's what this hat is about. I'm not brainwashed, but I think Damon Arnett is an overrated player. He is. I'm sorry to say. He's an overrated. Like, Arnett needs to wake up or he's gone. He needs to be ready to play. I think he's worried about his music career than playing football. I'm entitled to my own opinion. So if you don't like what I say, it is what it is. Venom 2 is awesome. Has anyone seen it? No, I have not seen Venom yet. I think it just came out today, right? Spotlight, you think humans will go instinct? What you mean? What you mean by that, Knock Andrew? What you mean by that? I remember I wanted a queen, but we got Arnett. Jalen Johnson was a better pick. Jalen Johnson is he was a better draft prospect than Damon Arnett. Same with Clee. See, Clee's a little bit different because Clee plays a different position. You see, the problem with the defensive line is that they don't put him in a rotation enough. That's the thing with Clee. I don't think he gets enough playing time to prove that he's got better. So people think that Clee got to be gone, but he's not getting any playing time to prove that he needs to be gone. Conley 2.0, that's exactly what it is. Did I listen to Waller's album? I didn't get a chance to listen to Waller's album. I just finished listening to Meek Mill's album today because Meek Mill's album dropped today. You know, I'm a Philly native, so I had to go out and listen to Meek Mill's album. So I didn't get a chance to do Waller's album yet. Arnett is not even overrated. He hasn't proved that he's good at all. That means he's overrated. Basically, he was a second rounder, but we had to take him just injuries. I don't believe so. Arnett music is dumpster juice. I heard that on his Instagram. It is trash. There were a lot of better picks. It was. Oh, a sick hat. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. I might throw on a red bottom in the next segment. What are the CB's matchups this week? Me personally, my matchups would be right now. If you look at it, I would like to see Casey Hayward on Mike Williams and Mullen on Keenan Allen, but either one, I feel like Mullen got to play well Mullen's got to play well on Monday. He has to play well. He's going to have to play well. Hey, Darion, is Rashard better than Drake? I think so. Drake has been overwhelming IMO. I think talent-wise, Drake is better than Rashard, talent-wise. But we really wouldn't know anything until this offensive line opened up a hole. For real. They just started opening up holes for Peyton Barber. Peyton Barber never had a 100-yard game until last week. So it really, this is why I really don't compare running backs to running backs, because a lot of running backs go off if they have an offensive line. The only person that was able to do it all time in the NFL was Barry Sanders. He did it without an O-line. You can't name a lot of running backs that didn't do it without an offensive line. Jalen Rashard probably is going to be better than Drake in certain situations, but if you want to talk about pure talent, Rashard is not talented than Drake. But the offensive line is going to have to open up holes for Rashard and Drake to eat, if that's the case, if you get what I'm saying. Hey, Billy King, you gotta send me that Chronicles of the Black Hole. You gotta send me that somewhere. Somebody gotta send me that link. I can't click on it from where on my StreamYard. I can't click on it. So somebody has to send me that. JJ's coming back. The Chargers are trash against the run. And I can't name many teams that stopped our pass. We win this. Yeah, I mean, Young Ruck, you absolutely right. I just want our offensive line to open up holes for our running backs. If we can establish a running game, right? If we can have a running game, if we can establish a running game early, it'll be easier on Carr instead of him throwing 50, 60 times a game, if he is. They both catch out the backfield. Rashard is better at blocking, but Drake haven't shown me nothing in the run game. I hope y'all say the same thing for Jalen Rashard. I hope y'all say the same thing for Jalen Rashard is not getting any yards too, because y'all said the same thing about Peyton Barber in the first 2 weeks. Y'all said that. Y'all said that. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, y'all said about Peyton Barber. He wasn't doing nothing. Y'all said Kenyon Drake wasn't doing nothing. It's only game 4. If anybody can take that link and send it to my Instagram that OG sent of the Billy King touchdown Raiders, please send me that. Did you see that halftime preference this year for the Super Bowl halftime show? I love them Snoop and Dr. Dre. Like, come on, you can't beat that though. You can't beat that. The O-line's going to take some time, but that's what I'm just saying. Like, it's going to take time, but if we're going to establish a balanced offense, the time starts now. It's not. You can't wait until week 7, week 8 to start to get better. You got to get better right now. If Josh Jacobs going to come back and he's averaging almost 2 yards a carry, that's an issue. So this offensive line better be getting all the extra practice that they need in this game. We have too many weapons to cover a short mid-pass game. A strong running attack will be an open deep ball, but the O-line is key, like you said. The offensive line is key. If the offensive line doesn't work, the offense doesn't work. The offense doesn't work. What is my realistic score and why? My realistic score, hold up. I'm going to get to y'all questions. But what's my realistic score and why? My realistic score is 31-24. Like I said last night on Graphk Show. I said it on Graphk Show. 31-24. Because I see what they did against a good front 7 in Washington football team, which is a good front 7, which they almost lost that game too. And I see what they did against the Chiefs, which the Chiefs was a bad defense. Cowboys is kind of a bad defense too, but defensively, they couldn't stop a soul. So I feel like, and then we had our 2 overtime games that they scored over 20 points. I mean, our defense didn't give up 20 points as a defense because, special teams come into play as well. But 31-24, I just think that we'll have the ball last. We'll milk the clock, and we'll win the game. That's how I see it. Drake can't block nor run. Drake can run. See, this is what y'all need to fail to realize. I hope that y'all watch film. I hope that y'all watch the replays, and I really hope y'all watch the highlights. The offensive line make Drake look bad. It makes Kenyon Drake look bad. Do you think Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, and these running backs would be great if they didn't have an offensive line? Y'all be saying the same thing for them too. It's only week 4. I think they need to use Kenyon Drake more in the passing game because that's where he is so great at. I just think Drake is not being utilized correctly in his offense. So should we play zone or man-to-man? I think we should have 3 linebackers. That's what I say. Instead of playing a 4-2-5, if it's not more than 3 receivers, we need to be playing a 4-3 basic. 4-3 basic cover 3. But if it's more than 3 receivers, then I understand the 4-2-5. I could completely understand that. But if you're playing with 2 receivers or 3 receivers, why are we playing a 4-2-5 when the middle of the field is wide open, when linebackers have to cover? It doesn't make sense. That's just how I see it. I had to see Rashard run good. When he first got to the team, he was running really well. Rashard can run. But I won't be paying him almost $4 million to be a third string backup. And I still question if he really wants to be a Raider. I still question that after what I saw in the offseason. And I really question it. We need to stop being a second half team and get going in the first half. I want to be a 60-minute team, a first and a second half team, because I don't want to start out fast and then be shitty in the second half. I don't want to see that. Give me a 60-minute team. That's what I want. That's going to compete all 60 minutes. Not 60 minutes, but that's going to compete all game. By the way, Arnett was taken in the first round at 19. We had no second round pick. Who was the best available corner at that time when we picked that 19 or in the third round? It was a few of them. I can't name them right now, but it was I think Caleb Farley dropped really far too. I think Caleb Farley was one of those guys that didn't go high as Arnett, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember too many from that year, but I feel like we could have got someone. I mean, Jalen Johnson was better than him too. Who said check my DM? Hold up. I'm looking through the comments right now. I'm sorry. Because the comments are going by so fast. What's going on, all aboard A Raiders? If you want to come up on here, just let me know. I can see you the link, bro. I can see you the link. They told me to check my DM. All right, I'll check my DM right now. Oh, Knock Andrew, I see you, brother. I got you. Thank you for the link, brother. Shout out to Knock Andrew. I don't think it has anything to do with vision, bro. I just think that if you don't have a see, this is my thing. Oh, Knock Andrew, I seen it, bro. I seen it. We can look at the tape all we want, right? But what type of running back Kenyon Drake was coming into? Like, for example, if you go back and look at Alabama, right? When he played at Alabama, when he played in Arizona, and when he played in Miami, how did they utilize Kenyon Drake? East and West, if I'm not mistaken. When do y'all ever see Kenyon Drake be a power runner? Ever. In his career as a football player, watching him from Alabama, from Arizona to Miami, when did y'all ever see Kenyon Drake run north and south? Please tell me. Because as I've been watching him since Alabama, he was the East-West outside zone running back. But John Gruden is an inside running back. That's what I mean. Drake cannot run the ball inside. That's why Peyton Barber comes in on those inside plays, because Kenyon Drake is an outside zone or a sweep or a jet sweep type of running back. He's like a joker. He's like a wide receiver / running back. So you're going to have to treat him as such. He's not an I formation type of running back. That's what you have to understand. But the thing about it is, if you want to be more explosive on the offense, Dominique 5, you got to open up we got to open up the playbook. It's been times when I saw the Raiders run outside zone. Josh Jacobs did it last year against Carolina. We killed the outside zone. If you sign a guy, that means you gotta fit the scheme. Steven Richardson, that because Drake is not a one-cut type of running back. Why do I have to keep repeating myself? We already know that he's not a one-cut type of running back. He's a jet sweep. He's a jet sweep type of running back. He's an outside zone. He's an RPO type of running back. He's not a downhill runner. We've been saying that for months now. But that's the type of running back Gruden wanted. And I've seen that. I've seen it. But it's not outside runs. Was any of those runs outside? Was any of those runs outside? Because a lot of those plays comes from I formation. Well, Reagan's not going to have a shot, Benjamin. He's back on the practice squad. He's not going to have none. He's not going to have none, brother. He's not. I would love to see Reagan, but they're not going to give him a shot because he was suited up for 3 games. And they didn't play him. So that's another thing. I don't care about what Drake looks like if we're 4-0 on Tuesday. Facts. If we're 4-0 on Tuesday, I don't have nothing to complain about. Can we wildcat him in the red zone? See, you could do that too. You got to be creative on offense if you bring certain styles to your offense. Drake doesn't look good because Jacobs went down. Y'all need to relax and wait. I'm telling you, Drake is going to be used. Drake got to be utilized differently. He can't be utilized like the next Josh Jacobs. He can't be utilized like that. And I said that when we signed him, if you go back and look at that video, that when I said that we signed Kenyon Drake, I said it. Exactly. Need to dial up a few screens for. That's what I'm saying. Screens are good for Josh. I mean, not for Josh, for Kenyon Drake. He's a fan, but the thing about it is, Anthony, you don't have to be, but he does a lot more than run the football. That's one thing I like about Drake. He does more than just run the football. You got to get him out on even in wide receiver screens, even in halfback screens. I have not seen a screen ran from John Green from the halfback position all year so far, within 3 weeks. That's about he's a third down. He could be a third down specialist. But Kenyon Drake he's good, man. He's good. Yes, he needs to be utilized differently, and John Gruden is utilizing him like he's Josh Jacobs. He's not a Josh Jacobs type of running back. Yeah, it's just because he has the skill set. If he can succeed in Miami, which Miami was terrible at the time he was there, he succeeded in Arizona. What would make you think he can't succeed here? I just think you got to give him a chance, man. Exactly. Raider Purge, talk about it, bro. Talk about it, bro. Talk about it. All right, let me see if I can pull this up and get this going real quick. See if I can get this going real quick for y'all. Let me see if I can find this link real quick. What's the name of it? Okay, so that is a 20-minute video. I just need touchdown Raiders. That is a 20-minute video. I can't put 20 minutes on my soundboard. We are the number one offense without no run game. We are number one offense without a run game. I don't know how, but we are. We are. We are. We have the number one scoring. I guess it's scoring or as far as yards wise. Our run offense is ranked 25th, but our passing is number one. Ruggs and Edwards look promising. Yes, they do. Would you rather have Trayvon Diggs, cornerback Alabama, over Arnett? He was taken 51st overall, but I would have reached to take him at 19. I would have took Trayvon Diggs at 19 over Damon Arnett. Because you know why? Trayvon Diggs is looking more promising than Damon Arnett. AJ Terrell, even though he's on a bum Falcons team, is looking better than Damon Arnett. So what are we talking about? I would have took Trayvon Diggs at 19 instead of 51st overall. That's just me. Someone tell me what y'all think about benching Leatherwood for Brandon Parker. I don't want to go into that conversation now. People might butcher me in the comments for that one. Listen, if Leatherwood if Leatherwood does not improve this season, if that's a big if he doesn't improve by this season, I think it's sometime that you have to put Brandon Parker in that spot. That's only if. I'm not saying right now. I'm saying if he doesn't improve, I'll say you do that. He was brought into the exact opposite of Jacobs. He brings another dimension to our running game, and I like that. Thank you, Papa T. That's how I was. 25th for real? We ain't been running the ball that good. It's because we had one of the best quarterbacks in the league. You got a point there. Yards in total per game is what is judged on. Okay. J Dawg said, I'm telling you, if Rashard is out there only in passing situations, they would know exactly what we're doing. Exactly. Right. Leatherwood is going to be fine. The more reps he gets, the better he will be. That's why I said if. That's why I said ifs. What's going on, Oscar Green Jr.? What's going on? Facts. Trayvon did over Arnett all day at number 19. Facts. Diggs is better than Arnett. Definitely. I agree. At the end of the day, we got our future pass rusher and cornerback with Crosby and Haas. Farrell, Arnett are good depth. Arnett is not a good depth, bro. I love you to death, but Arnett is not a good depth. Can you check the latest injury update? Jacobs is good to go. I'm waiting for them to send me information. I have not seen anything yet about Josh Jacobs. So let me go on Twitter real quick. Let me go on Twitter and see what they have. Okay, so I'm trying to see what's going on. What's going on right now for the Las Vegas Raiders. I don't see anything. Is they even practicing today? I don't even know. Because I don't see anything about the injury report so far. So I'm just waiting. Let me see. Let me go to Levi Edwards real quick. I don't see anything about. This was yesterday that no, I have not seen any. I don't see anything about injury updates on Josh Jacobs. You keep Leatherwood out there. He's getting experience that he needs to get better. Teams see this Rashard is out there and we are passing. This is why I don't like Rashard. At least I think Drake might run. Well, Leatherwood has allowed 3 sacks and 4 penalties already in 3 games. You got a point there, Chris Erickson. You have a point there. You don't bench players when you are winning them. But he does have some costly penalties, and I just need him to get better with his technique. I've been saying that for a while now. I just think he needs to get better with his technique. Give the rookie no time to bench. Sometimes you need some rookies to bench. Sometimes. Not all the time. Our back-to-back third rounders was Lynn Bowden Jr. and Brian Edwards. Lynn Bowden was a waste of a third-round pick. Could have picked a CB there. No, he wasn't a waste of a third-round pick. If people could go back on the Spotlight Raiders Talk YouTube channel and put in Spotlight Raiders Talk, Lynn Bowden Jr. Lynn Bowden Jr. was not a running back coming out of the draft. He was not. The Raiders was trying to make him a running back coming out of the draft. So when it came to Lynn Bowden Jr., he played a little bit of quarterback and a little bit receiver coming in. He was a joker. He really didn't have a one positional spot. Yeah, he came in as a backup running back when it was needed, but his skill set is not a running back. His skill set is to be a slot receiver or a backup quarterback. That's what he was. And the Raiders try to turn him into a third down back, and he wasn't a third down back. You can't turn somebody into something that they wasn't. I mean, it's only certain athletes can do that. But Lynn Bowden was a hell of a talent coming out of Kentucky. I scouted him. That's when I said this is why we need to draft him. Because the weapons we had at the time was not, Ruggs and Edwards, they was unproven at the time. So Lynn Bowden was my guy. He was my guy. I liked him. I think we should have kept him. But I understand he had off the field issues. He had this, he had that. Cool. We don't play till Monday, so can't tell if Jacobs will play yet, but he's going to play. I think he's going to play. It doesn't matter if you know that we're passing, can't guard everyone. Didn't Diggs go in the second round though? Yeah, 51st overall. And me personally, if we would have traded down into the second round, we would have got Trayvon Diggs there. He did go in the second round, but I think he's a first round talent. Trayvon Diggs is a first round talent. Arnett isn't good for a fourth CB. I don't think he's good at all, in my opinion. I don't think Arnett is that great. He's not disciplined. I feel like he's just not disciplined enough. Lynn Bowden is a bust because of Lynn Bowden, not because of Gruden or Mayock. I disagree. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to mine. I scouted him in the yards that he was putting up in Kentucky as a receiver or as a joker on a jet sweeps and stuff like that. I think he would have fit in his offense really well. He's a bust because of his off the field issues. That's why I think he's a bust. He's not a bust because of his playmaker, because he's a playmaker. He is. But I think his off the field issues really messed that up for him. That's just my opinion. That is just my opinion. Yeah, but they don't fear the run and they know we will pass. That's a fact. Arnett wasn't a late first round prospect and Diggs was a second round prospect. Arnett was not a late first round prospect. They was talking about Damon Arnett being a second and third round pick. Because I follow the draft. And you can't tell me anybody's mock drafts in the first round. Damon Arnett was in nobody's analyst mock draft in the first round. When you go to Mel Kiper or you go to Todd McShay, they did not have Arnett in that first round. From 1 to 32, nobody was picking Arnett in the mock drafts. Nobody. Not even the Raiders was picking him at the time in their mock drafts. They said that we needed a corner, but if Trayvon Diggs was there, but I don't know. I just don't like Ohio State corners. I hate Ohio State corners. They just not great. How are we going to pay these guys? Max, Renfro, Jacobs, Carr, etc. Well, salary cap goes up next season, so hopefully the Raiders will have more money, and a lot of the players that we have on our roster right now are one-year deals. So I think the only longevity contract that we got in this free agency was Yannick Ngakoue. So I think that's the only one. But a lot of these players are on a one-year contract, so we just got to see what happens next season. And right now, y'all can say whatever y'all want, but right now, I wouldn't pay Jacobs until he's fully healthy. That's just me. But I can understand why they would pay him, though, because of his potential and his capability. I can definitely understand it. Arnett is not a good depth. Depth means being able to step up when it's needed to play. Arnett has not proven that, and that he has the ability. Papa T, talk about it. Talk about it, bro. Talk about it. That is so true. So true. All right, so let me see. Foxdale 642. Arnett needs to, in his words of NWX, zip him up and get him the F out of here. Shout out to NWX DNA and K-Shine. They my boys, man. They my boys. Bowden didn't do anything against us because he didn't play. He didn't play. I just feel like he needs to go to a team where he can show that he can play. I just feel like he just, for the type of style of play that he plays, he's just not on the right teams. He's not. A good running back has to be good inside runs, so and not be so limited. Okay. Arnett needs. Oh, I've seen that part already. The Chargers can't stop our passing. I think Waller is going to feast. Mayock would have had Arnett in the first round if he was still an analyst. I disagree. if because Mike Mayock is not really on the money when it comes to draft picks. Like, he's on the money, but yeah, Mike Mayock is a reach type of analyst. You didn't know that? He likes to reach. He definitely likes to reach. I say a waste because of the drama, not his performance of Bowden. Bowden is good. Lynn Bowden is talented, is good. Exactly, he's talented. But I think his off the field drama really got him where he's at in his career when it comes to football. That's what I'm seeing. Like, some play like Arnett is talented, but I think he doesn't care for football. I just think he does. I just think he's just there to get paid. Why does that matter? What you mean? Why does what matter, OG Fade? Raiders projected to have $55 million in cap space in 2022. That's the 11th most in the NFL. See? It decreased last year because of the pandemic. That's what happened with it decreased because of the pandemic. That's what happened. So I can't even be mad at that. Oh darn, I gotta go to YouTube real quick. What up, Spotlight? What up, Nation? What's going on, Albert Garcia? What's going on, my guy? I'm sorry if I'm missing any of y'all comments. Make sure y'all keep putting them comments in there and wipe them feet, man. Wipe them feet. Stop playing. Let's get to 6K. Let's get to 6K. Let's go. Let's get it. Arnett has raw talent, but the DB at the NFL level is hard mentally. He seems immature on IG. Red flag. You're on point with that. My man was the only guy who had Mac over Clowney. Well, I mean, true. Clowney's not an overrated player. He's just injury prone. That's the problem with Clowney. He's just injury prone. That's the issue. If the Chiefs didn't play bad, the Chargers lose easily. So you saying the Chiefs' loss is on them, and I don't get what you mean by that, because I mean, if you make mistakes in football, you're going to pay for those mistakes. And that's what the Chiefs did. They paid for the mistakes, and that's what happened. If we trade Arnett, it would be lucky if we get a ham sandwich at a Pepsi. I can't see any team who has watched film play wanting that liability in the backfield. Ooh. You got a point there, brother. You got a point there, Papa T. Papa T, you that guy. See, that's why I rock with you, Papa T. You a dope dude, man. You are a dope dude. Let me see if I can get a surprise guest on today. Let's see if we can get a surprise guest on today. I would like to see who I could get on here today, because I would love to have somebody to come on here and talk they talk. You know what I'm saying? But, I am going to open up the phone lines as well. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Y'all are the real ones. Y'all are definitely the real ones. Ja Raider says, Gruden might not play Jacobs. Remember the game when Jacobs was tearing next Maylock on the sideline because he was hurt and he hopes he gets to play? He said, can we send Arnett to the Jets or the Falcons so he can focus on being a rapper instead of being a cornerback? You got a point there. That's why I rock with you, Spotlight. You keep it real. Facts, man. You know how it is, bro. You know how it is, man. You know how it is, bro. That's just how we get down on the Spotlight Raiders talk, bro. Shout out to Sebastian for sending me the OG sound. But it's all love. It's all love. If Amik was a little taller, Arnett would be the 5 DB. Talk about it. Wipe them stinky feet. Who is this guy? I don't even know who this guy is. Who is this guy? I don't even know who he is. Somebody wipe them stinky feet, man. Here go a hater being a hater as usual. Here go a hater being a hater as usual. or he might be, he might be living his best life. I don't know. Please stop spamming. If he keeps spamming, y'all know what to do. Y'all know what to do. Okay, so Justin Hands is still hurt spot. Justin Hands is still hurt spot. Like, you think that will affect his throwing? Oh, Justin Herbert. Okay, Justin Herbert hands. That's a possibility. That might can work. That might can work. He could probably still get some picks though. I could definitely get some picks. Hey, Spotlight, you think Morig or Casey gets their first interception of this season? Casey might get it in this game. I think Casey gets his first interception against his former team in this game. I think so. Do you agree that Cleveland Farrell puts harder work than Arnett? Yes. Yes. Yes, I do. Timeout that boy, yes. Put him in timeout. Chill on Arnett, relax. Listen, that's your opinion. The boy need to grow some balls. I don't know what he's doing, but he need to grow some balls. I definitely see our secondary getting a pick this game. I think we get 2 picks this game. I really think we get 2 picks this game. We got a lot of players that's former Chargers on our side of the ball that knows this team. And even though that they got a whole new coaching staff and a whole new scheme, they still know the players. Herbert is reckless. He will turn it over. He is. I think he has a turnover in every game this year, if I'm not mistaken. We should trade for a future 3rd round or 4th round pick for a talented cornerback. Like who? Raider Nation 510. Like who though? That or Herbert will pick the secondary apart. That's a fact. Docs, Mr. 10K himself is in the building. Mr. 10K himself is in the building. What's goody, bro? What's goody, bro? Thanks for coming in, man. Thanks for coming in. I really do appreciate it, bro. I text you too. I hit you up on IG too. So definitely, if you want to pull up, you could definitely pull up, bro. Hayward knows Allen's tendencies and Herbert's tendencies. Facts. Mind you, Darion's foul line was there. And I think Denzel Perriman was there last year, if I'm not mistaken. Per Pro Football Focus. Okay. I hope Yannick and foul line gets sacks. I think Yannick, I just need for him to stop over pursuing a little bit. That's what my thing is. I think he needs to stop over pursuing a little bit. If he doesn't stop over pursuing, then I would like it. That's just me. I think he just needs to stop over pursuing himself so much. Fire hat, homie, can you give us a good view of it and take it off and let's see the size? Thanks, bro. You always got some. Listen. Let me go get some hats for y'all. Hold on. Don't mind my hair, man. I'm just all over the place at this moment. But I got a few hats, bro. So where you want me to start? I got a few hats, bro. So let's go with this. Let me just change my mic so I can show y'all and stuff like that. Let me change my mic on y'all real quick. All right, so we got this mic going on right now. So first hat, I got the draft hat. I got the actual draft hat, the official 2021 draft hat. Sober October, yes. Before I get into the hats, Sober October, man. I'm gonna try to do this Sober October with Docs, man, because I know when I get stressed, I start to drink and stuff. I'm trying to not. I don't have nothing in here but water, Docs. I got nothing in here but water. I'm gonna try to go on the Sober October. Actually, I'm gonna keep that highlighted. I'm going to keep that highlighted, brother. I'm going to keep that highlighted. But right now, I have on the draft. We have on the draft hat, the official draft hat from this past season. So this is the draft hat. What the heck is in my hair, bro? This is weird. So that's the official draft hat. This one is the favorite hat that Docs love. This is the hat that Graphk Raider loves so much. He loved this hat, and because he can't find it anywhere. That's why I was able to find it on fanatics.com. I was able to have it. So this hat right here has the old-fashioned Raiders logo, and it has EST 2020 of the Raiders at Allegiant Stadium. It has the Raiders on the side, Las Vegas on the back, with the AFC patch right here. So that's the next hat. This one just got a regular baseball cap Raiders hat. I had this one for a while. yo. Docs, I love you, bro. I love you, man. But this one is a regular cap. I got this hat around the time that Amari Cooper was here, so I have old ass Amari Cooper signature on the side on this hat, embroidered on the hat. So this is a basic old baseball cap that I have for the Raiders. This one is the red bottom. This one is the red bottom right here. This is the one that I inspired Docs to go get. This is the red bottom Raiders hat. This is one that I sent the Graphk by himself. I texted to him and I told him about this hat. So this one here is the red bottom. It just have the NFL patch on the back, and it has the Pro Bowl patch on the side here. So this is the red bottom. This is the red bottom Raiders hat. Docs is going to be mad about this one too. The one I just had on my head. This is the Raiders Super Bowl hat. They had all 3 Super Bowls on there. It says 3-time Super Bowl champions. That's what it says. And then it has all 3 Super Bowls that we won, which is right here, if y'all can see that. And it has the 2 other Super Bowls, and it just has the new era joint right there. So this is the hat that I recently just had on to go get it, man. So shout out to everybody, man, that's on here. So that's all the hats right there. And last but not least, I got the John Gruden coaches hat. Oh, sorry, my sound was on. Sorry about that. But I got the coaches style summer visor. I got the visor that I could wear. So I got this one here. So I got this one. You know, this is not really a hat. It's more like a visor, more for the summertime at least. And I got my Spotlight Raiders Talk hat, which is downstairs. I forgot to get, which I have on the hoodie. But basically, that is really like all the newest hats that I got. I had to throw some old Raiders hats away. I did have the old Las Vegas Raiders gray snapback. It got destroyed when I used to live in my old house, so that kind of like messed everything up. A lot of stuff that got like messed up, a lot of stuff got destroyed when I was in my old house. So yeah, basically that's, I really want to try to get one. I hope they open up one with a Gruden Chucky face on it. That's what I really want. So that's all my hats that I have for right now. But let's get back to regular programming. So That's basically all it has. I'm hopefully oh, you had the visor Papa T? Yeah, facts, man. When do the Eagles play Spotlight? As far as when the Eagles play the Raiders, I think it's like the end of the year, if I'm not mistaken. It's the end of the year, so yeah. So yeah, basically that's what that is. And I'm gonna try to see if I can charge up my other phone so we can have these phone calls come up in here. So I'm gonna be on here for a little bit to talk to y'all. It's gonna be a little bit before I talk to y'all, man. You just picked up the new sideline hat. That's what I need to go get. I think when I get paid from my job, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get the sideline hat. I do want the sideline hat. Listen, if y'all want me to pull up the links or where I get my hats from, I could pull them up and share the screen for y'all. Oh, week 7. Week 7, we play the Eagles in Las Vegas. I wish the Raiders was coming to Philly, man. But I will be in New York. Apologies, like, don't take my comments in a negative way. No, it's all good, man. It's all good. You were just telling people to wipe their feet, but you don't spam it because YouTube would shut my channel down if you spam, you know? It's all good. Just don't spam it no more. Just don't spam it no more. Do I see Surf Body? John, I actually didn't watch Summer Madness this year. I actually didn't watch it. Hey, Valerie Lynn, what's going on, sweetheart? What's going on, Queen? What's up with you? What's up with you? October 24th, Eagles, which I wish I could go to Las Vegas for that, but I'm not going to be able to. Eagles game is after the Giants game. Yeah, but it's not going to be on the East Coast. The game against Philadelphia is in Las Vegas. I wish that game was in Philadelphia because I would have booked the tickets right then and there. I would have got them if they was in Philadelphia. Raiders, what's going on, my guy? What's up, man? Best battle was Chess and Easy. Shout out to my boy Easy, the block captain. That's my homie. Homie from another mother, man. Definitely put on for the city. Spotlight, how you doing? Go Raiders. Raiders. What's going on, Scott Black? What's good, my boy? What's up? Raider Carlos says, will you be at Peter Dillon's? I'm trying to be at Peter Dillon's that weekend. That Friday and that Saturday. Sunday, I'm going to be at the game. I'm booking my tickets next week for the Raiders and Giants game. I'm booking my tickets next week. I can't wait to see Jacobs play if he's ready. I can't wait to see him either. I want to see my boy play. Liz and Fanatics usually have every hat I'm looking for. Spotlight. Pro Image. Pro Image, I got this one from. Raiders Rams Super Bowl Battle of LA. Raiders Carlos, talk that talk. Talk that talk, my guy. Talk that talk. Jeff Ginnick, Pennsylvania Raider. Ha. I think I'll be scared to go to a game in Philly. Why? The way Philly's set up right now, man, I listen, if the Eagles lose to the Raiders, bro, it's going to be hell broken loose out here. It's going to be hell broken loose. I can agree with you. I would still go to the game, though, because I'm not that far from the stadium. So I'm not that far from the stadiums in Philly. It's the Eagles by then Giants. I thought the Giants played first and then they played the Eagles later. That's what I thought. No, the Eagles do play in October and they play the Giants in November. You're right. You're absolutely right. Let me get a bold prediction for a Monday night game against the Chokers. A bold prediction. What type of bold prediction do you want? My bold prediction that the Raiders defense would get 2 defensive touchdowns in this game. That is my bold prediction. Bold prediction, Hankins kicks off. Hubert, some citrus pressure play on the inside of the Chargers 20-yard line. Okay. I love how the media thinks we're not good, and I love being the underdogs. Me too, Blacks Bob. Facts. I love being that, man. I definitely love being that. Let me tell you one thing. Monday night won't be the last time we play in SoFi. Talk that talk. Talk that talk, Raider Carlos. Talk that talk, bro. I likes that. The Giants are in November. Yeah, they are in November. I totally forgot about that. They are in November. I totally forgot about that. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, I think the defense will have 2 defensive touchdowns. That's what I think. They will have 2 defensive touchdowns, bro. Papa T says we need Jacobs to play. We need to send a message to the rest of our division. We ain't to be fucked with, and that's for real. Facts. Talk about it. Talk about it, bro. I definitely agree with that. Definitely agree with that. But make sure y'all come on in and hit that like button and smash that like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button and make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. We're on the road to 6K right now. On the road to 6K right now. So make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It's lit. It's definitely lit. Definitely lit if you want to come in. Definitely. So, Raider Carlos, facts. Let's go Raiders. Holy roller game 7 to 6 Raiders. Furrow. Oh, Furrow gets 3 sacks. Bold prediction. Ooh. I likes that. I think Gus Bradley has a secret game plan for some players on this former team. Facts. I like that. LA Raiders fans bringing the noise. Talk that talk. Herbert has never beaten Carr. Actually, I think he did, if I'm not mistaken. Didn't they split the series last season? If I'm not mistaken, didn't we split the season last season with the Chargers? I don't want to be wrong. You know what I'm saying? I do not want to be wrong. Yeah, we split with them last year. He beat Mariota. Okay, that's right. That's right. Carr started, though. He did start, but Carr didn't finish the game. Spotlight, I am so happy to see you healthy from your COVID fight. We wish you good health. Raider Nation needs you to talk that talk. Facts, man, and I appreciate it, man. It's been tough, man. It's been really tough. Even though my I'm still going through this. Listen, if y'all saw that Mental Monday when I was in the hospital, y'all know what I'm going through at this moment. Don't get me wrong. Just because I beat it doesn't mean I can't get it back. So I'm just praying for me to keep that healthy and keep that in my prayers, man. Just make sure y'all safe out here. That's a fact. Just make sure that y'all safe out here. Make sure y'all just play your role. Play your role into being the best you. You know what I'm saying? Even though we talk Raiders here, but you want to live to see another day, man. So just make sure y'all doing y'all thing. Make sure y'all playing your part. And that's what we do, man. That's what we do here on the Spotlight Raiders Talk. Wipe them feet and hit that like button, Raider Nation. Talk that talk, Raider. Talk that talk, Raider Carlos. Talk that talk, my boy. I don't know what is going on with this, man. I don't know what's going on with my phone. I'm trying to get this thing to work so we can have y'all call up. You feel me? All right, so here we go. All right, I'm about to open up the phone lines. Brother, be blessed in life. And rest rest will take itself. Facts. Spotlight, you going to be all right, brother. We got you. Prayers all the way. Feet wiped. Thank you, Albert Garcia. Really do appreciate that, man. Brother, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. So with that being said, if y'all don't have the number, that's fine. I don't know what they did with Spotlight Sports Network is killing me, bro. All right, so here we go. If you want to call into the show, there go the number, ladies and gentlemen. There go the number if you want to call into the show. We are looking forward to you. We are looking forward to y'all calling into the show and let y'all talk. CG, what's up? Shoot the number. The number's right there, man. Number's right there, brother. I know a lot of y'all be calling in at the same time, and I can't get through to everybody. The Bucks suck. Okay, that's dope that you have a channel that opened up the phone lines. Yes, I do. And here we go.
1909332.
And thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Spotlight. Who was this? Where you calling from?
You already know what it is, big dog. It's Brother P up in this bitch. How you
Hello?
feeling, big homie?
And thank you. I don't know what people doing, man. I don't know what they doing.
What's up, Spotlight?
What's going on the AJ show? What's going on, my guy?
Hey, can you?
And thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Spotlight. Who's this and where you calling from?
What's up, big homie? Big P, how you doing?
Hello?
Hello? Hey, can you hear me, brother?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on right now. Just give me a second. Yeah, but I can't hear him on my end, so I'm having issues hearing him on my end. That's my only problem. That's why I said hold up. That's what I'm saying. I can't hear him on my end. That's the problem that I'm having.
Bro, CA19164779437.
Yeah, I can't even hear it. All right, so here we go. Hold up. Wait a minute. I can't hear him. I'm having that issue. I can't hear him. So just give me a second. I'm trying to figure it out now. Just give me a second. All right, try calling back now. Try calling back now because I can't hear it. And thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Spotlight. Who is this and where you calling from?
Hey, Spotlight, this is Mark from Vacaville.
What's going on,
Cali.
Mark? What's good, brother?
Hey, man, just wanted to drop by, say what's up, talk a little bit about the game.
All right, what you guys say, brother? Talk to me. What's going on?
Yeah, man, so just a couple things. So playing on Monday night against a rival, I think it's a must win, man. People are still taking us as a joke, thinking that we're a fluke 3-0 team. And I think if we win this game, we'll put the league on notice and show that we can make some noise this year.
And what's your prediction for this game?
I predict, man, I think Derek Carr is going to have another day. And if he balls out like he has been, there's nothing. He could win an MVP and lead us to the playoffs or a Super Bowl. No doubt about it. Defense is looking 5 times better this year. Offense is looking better. We just got to clean up the O-line and protect Derek Carr and run the ball a little bit. And I think we're just as good as any team.
That's why I like being the underdog. Nobody's giving us a chance at all. And we only have one analyst on NFL Network giving us the win. One. I take that because I like when we play under pressure.
Me too. I love it.
I definitely like when we play under pressure, man. So what you think the keys to victory for us to win this game, man? Keys to victory.
Keys to victory. Just get pressure on Justin Herbert. Limit the big plays. Hold them under 30. And I think we win this game. I think we just got to be consistent. Not start off slow, because I don't think we can start off slow against the Chargers and expect to win a shootout with them. I think we have to start fast and keep the pressure on them and make them one-dimensional and just play consistent all the way through.
Facts.
And also, I want to see Yannick get a sack. He hasn't gotten one yet. I think this is the week he does, and I think that Crosby is going to have a sack or two, and our O-line is or our D line is gonna get a lot of pressure, because Gus Bradley, I think that's the key factor in this game, is how is Gus Bradley gonna react and call plays against the quarterback that he used to practice against. I feel like
Right.
it's going to come down to that. And if we can play a little defense and I'd say hold them under 30, I think we should be okay and get to 4-0, and that would be a perfect start to the season. And we got a little lighter schedule after that, but we got to take care of each game 1 week at a time. Can't get too far ahead. It's a long season.
Absolutely, brother. But we do have a few more calls coming up. So, but thank you for calling in. We really do appreciate it, brother. Call up anytime once I open up the phone lines. You can always call up and chat with me about Raiders talk, man.
All good, Spotlight. You have a good day, man.
All right, you
Anytime.
too.
Yep.
And thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders talk with Darion. Who is this and where you calling from?
Hey, Spotlight, this is Lewis, man. I'm originally from California, but I'm stationed out here in Jacksonville right now.
What's going on, my brother? What's going on? How are you, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm actually a new first-time caller, fairly new to listening to you. Started subscribed to you a while back, and I heard you all on Graphk stuff, and thought you were pretty legit, man. For real, man. Thank you for all the stuff this Raider content, man. It's pretty good, man. I look forward to listening to all the Raider content again, being out here in Jacksonville.
Much love, man. You say you were stationed out there?
No, yeah, I'm stationed out here right now. I only got 5 more months when I retire from the Navy, man. I have 20 years in this month. So
you in the military, right?
Yep.
Definitely salute to you, brother, because I know 20 years in the service. I have family that was in the Marines. I have family that was in the Army. I know how it is, being stationed somewhere and you just want to go home. I feel that, man. I feel that.
Yeah,
but much respect to you, man. Much respect.
Yeah, hey, thanks. Yeah, I went home this past weekend. The wife surprised me with the Miami Dolphin game against the Raiders, so I got to go to Vegas. Man, that stadium is legit. It is on point. Man, I fell in love with that thing. We had nosebleed tickets, but bro, the seats, we were like section 413.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you, man, the way they did the way they embanked that stadium, like the debris, man, it feels like you're on top of the field. Like you can see everything, even being in those nosebleed section, man. It was amazing. Like, yeah, it was on point. And then I don't know if anybody's seen the opener to when the Raiders open up, the video footage they have of the Raiders with the music, everything, them coming, and then the video footage, them coming out of the ground, man, and that stadium coming out of the ground, like looking like zombies. Dude, that gives you freaking goosebumps, man. You have to see that. You have to see that. It's
I gotta see it. Where can I find that at though?
I don't know. So I don't know how I can upload it. I don't do social media anymore. I don't do any of that stuff like that. Otherwise, I'd post it, like if I had it. But my wife did. She recorded it for me. I do have that. I don't know how I can get it to you, or maybe I can even text it to you somehow.
Do you have an Instagram?
No, bro. I don't do social media no more. I just had to get off of social media for other reasons. But
well, the number you called, you can text me on there, man.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll shoot you that, dude. It is freaking legit, bro. And then when you hear it, bro, me and my brother had freaking goosebumps looking at that. It was fucking awesome, dude. It was awesome. So if anybody's seen that, man, that's some Raider shit right there. I'm telling you. So that game, there's no way that we should be losing. We should be having teams come back by 10 points. Where I thought that game went to shit is when Daniel Carlson missed that extra point.
I was livid in the chat, bro. I was livid in the chat, man.
And I told my brother, watch, dude, they're going to come back and tight. There's going to be some old school Raider stuff that we normally do that we shouldn't be doing anymore. We got to fix that problem, especially I know some people don't like hearing like John Gruden playing conservative when we have the ball last, but man, I called each play and we were very vanilla. That last drive we had in the fourth quarter to give them the ball back, and then what did we do? We allowed the middle of the field to open up to that tight end and that other receiver, number 8, Casey or whatever his name was. But man, they were like catching balls like out of nowhere. When the whole game we were stopping them, the middle was stopping them, man. But other than that, for this game coming up, I believe our defense is better than the Charger defense, and that's what I think it's going to be a defensive game. The defense is going to win this game, and I agree with your bold prediction. I hope we see our defense score 2 touchdowns. Like I think that's what's going to win it for us is our defense. Like we already know what Carr is. We know what Carr is. I'm not uncomfortable with Carr. I think it's going to be our defense that wins us this game.
Facts, definitely. So thank you for calling up to the show. We have more people calling up as we speak. They're blowing up. Anytime we have these type of shows, make sure you call up and talk their real talk. I usually do the reaction Monday, but it's going to be a reaction Tuesday since we have a Monday night game. So make sure you're here for that. So I have that day is for y'all to call in, say whatever y'all want to say about the game, curse, whatever, do whatever y'all want to do, man. Talk about it. But thanks for calling up. Really do appreciate it.
Yeah, I got you. I'll try to send you that thing via text.
Okay, no problem.
Yo. Bye.
And thank you for calling Spotlight Raiders Talk with Spotlight. Who's this and where you calling from?
What's up, big dog? It's Raider P. How you feeling, big homie?
Mr. Raider P himself. What's going on, my guy?
You already know what it is. Hey, man, those first 2 times, that was me who was calling, so you hurt my feelings.
I'm sorry because like I don't know what was going on with my soundboard. I'm like, why can I hear this phone ringing? Like, what is going on?
No, I figured I'll get in later. I ain't worried about it. But anyways, bro, hey man, it's good to talk to you. But you know what I'm here to do? I'm here to talk some fucking Raiders football, baby.
Let's go. Talk it, man. Talk it. You got the floor.
Man, so I'm not gonna talk about any specific players, really. Just about this game in whole.
Okay.
Now, what I've been hearing a lot, I mean, obviously, we're the underdogs, as usual. And fuck it, that's how we love it. Fuck it, that's how we win. So I ain't worried about that. But my thing is, I really do think, and I'm not saying this to be biased, because I am a diehard Raider fan, but I don't think the Chargers are as hyped up as the media and all them make them out to be. And this is why. Last game when they played the Kansas City Chiefs, they had 4 takeaways. Count them, 1, 2, 3, 4. What do they do with that? Nothing.
Oh, it's loud over there, bro. It's like whatever that loudness is. Whatever that loudness is, it's like it's shutting you out.
Anyway, what I was saying was, like, when they have 4 turnovers, they didn't do much with that. You see what I'm saying? And for their offense to not click and take advantage of those it came out to me because it's the exact opposite with the Raiders. When we get an interception, when we get a pick, a fumble, whatever it may be, we turn them into points. Now, they're not always a touchdown, okay? I get that. But we do turn them into points. Now, that's the first thing about the Chargers. They don't know how to capitalize on turnovers, okay? Right. Now, second, the people, they almost lost to the Washington football team, okay? In my opinion, like Graphk said, I'm going to put this, I'm going to just say it one more time before I keep talking. I'm not being biased. I keep it real. But I believe that our D-line is better than the Washington football team, better than the Chargers, and whoever they play, including the Dallas Cowboys. Now, what I love about our defense is, like, I was listening to the Chargers head coach talk, and he was like, yeah, Gus Bradley saw how we ran things when he was here, yada, yada, yada. So, we do things different. Well, guess what? So does Gus Bradley. You know what I'm saying? This dude goes from rushing 3 to rushing 4 to rushing 5. You never know where the heat's coming from. Gus Bradley has something for this team. I'll tell you that right now. Because my thing is, when you have the number one passing offense, okay, Derek Carr leads the league in passing yards. Last game, we had a 100-yard rusher in Peyton Barber. Our offensive line is starting to click, and I rather them kind of dust off, if you will, the first couple games than trying to get things grooving the last 5, 6, 7 games at the end of the year. Well, it's clutch. It's playoff time. You see what I'm saying? And for people to be bringing up, Alex Leatherwood and our center, Andre James, and stuff like that, first of all, there's a reason why Derek Carr has the most passing yards in the league. There's a reason why Peyton Barber, had 100 yards last game. There's a reason why we're 3-0. And when people are pointing out the negatives, it's just kind of nerve-wracking because it's not like we're 0-3. Carr's been sacked 20 times. We don't have a run game or a pass game. There's a lot to be cheerful about with the Raiders. And when people are nitpicking at, look at these 3 plays, this whole entire game, when Alex Leatherwood was in, he gave up this sack, or he gave up this back pressure, or whatnot. Why don't we pick out the games where he's pancaking people, him and Andre James? Why don't we pick out the plays where he took out T.J. Watt? Let's talk about that type of stuff. But we don't want to talk about that type of stuff. And one thing that kind of irritates me is when some Raider fans are like, Alex Leatherwood, he's coming out again. Let's see who he gives the sack up to. Why isn't it never, it's Alex Leatherwood. This is the game where he gets it right. This is where he puts his, he stands tall and he handles shit. It's never like that. And it's crazy to think that people talk that way and claim they're fans. Fans aren't necessarily haters. I mean, they're not haters, I should say. They're supporters. That's why we're called fans. So my thing is, think about Colton Miller next time you think about Alex Leatherwood. Because I'll say it right now. I wanted him out of that damn lineup the first year he was in there. I thought he was a bust. And sure as hell, he is not. And I am so glad that Tom Cable left him in there because now he's arguably the best left tackle in the game. And it's a good argument. So my thing is, let the right side ripen up. Let the center, get his groove on. And if they're making these mistakes and we're still 3-0, I'm not worried about it, bro. Like, yeah, the people are bringing up Joey Bosa and Chargers defense, blah, blah. But guess what? We've handled defenses better than the defense we're coming up against Monday night, and we're 3-0. So say something. You see what I'm saying?
I could completely agree with you there. I mean, I take the good and the bad for both. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying people can say what they want about the Chargers, but this is why I don't jump the gun each game. I say that we're going to win the game, but do I think we're going to trying to demolish them? I think we go into every game trying to demolish them. This is going to be a good game.
Yeah,
This is going to be a good game. People can say about Justin Herbert being overrated and this team, this and this team, that about the Chargers, but they're just another opponent. They could come out swinging, and we could fall short. So you really got to go into this and that's what I'm saying. That's why we can't keep coming out in these first halves looking like shit. And it starts with the offensive line. It starts with the quarterback. It starts with everybody on the offensive side of the ball, even on the defense. But it's been the defense because last week the defense was on the field more than the offense. So some things is going to have to change, and that our defensive line is great. I think a better rotation should be in. I think Gus Bradley is learning the rotation, who to fit in, who not to fit in, who plays with who doesn't play with who. But we just can't just overlook this game. Are we going to beat the Chargers? I got us winning. But until it's a 0-0 and it's a 31-24, then I say we're 4-0. That's when I say we're 4-0.
Yep. But you know what? The slow starts are kind of the reason why I think that we're going to win. I mean, I know that we're going to win. And I know that sounds kind of like, what? But let me explain. We were down 14-0 twice in 3 weeks.
Right.
Okay? And we weren't down 14-0 to Jets and Giants like the fucking Broncos want to, think they're the kings of the world because they beat literally the last 3 teams in the league. Anyways, I'm going off track. But my point is, it's our resilience. that's going to win us this game. You know, we can be down 7-0, 10-0, 14-0, but guess what? We don't give up. We come back and we finish it off. Last year, the year before, and I would say pretty much the last 19 years, it's been the opposite for the Raiders. And I know a lot of Raider fans are going to remember this game, but not a couple years ago, I would say about 6 years ago, 7 years ago, we were against the Chargers in Oakland, and we were whooping them 21-0. Okay? Me, I was a younger fan. I was like, yeah, we got this in the bag. The Chargers came back and whooped our asses, and I think they beat us 35-25 or something like that. But my thing is, this is NFL. Anything can happen. But this year, these Raiders, it just feels different. I don't know what the hell it is. I really don't. I don't know what it is. But when I see the Raiders are down 7-0, 14-0, I don't get worried. I know they're going to come back and try to figure something out either within the half or at halftime. And they do. They come back and they come swinging. I don't know. They make adjustments or whatnot, but this Raider team just seems so much different. And they feel like an actual team. When I think of the Raiders, I'm putting them up there with competing with any team in this league. I'm talking any team. If the Bucks can get their asses whipped by the the Rams, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel that we can seriously take over any team in this league. Now, with our resiliency, that is super, super deadly because it feels like our whole team is in. It's not, we don't got an Antonio Brown out here talking shit whenever we're down, 14-0. We don't got a Trent Brown that doesn't want to be here. You know what I mean? We don't have a single player on this team. Well, you know what? I'm going to take that back. I'm going to say Damon Arnett a little bit. But other than Damon Arnett, I would say that everyone wants to be here. Everyone wants to be a Raider. Everyone's restructuring their contract to be a Raider. Everyone's coming, from good programs to be Raiders. So my thing is, this team that we've built, I feel like it's there. Like we have what it takes to go far. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not trying to go anywhere because it's only week 4.
Right.
But with that being said, man, I really, really, really do see Carr lining it up in this game, okay? I know people are saying, oh, their pass defense is good. It's like, no, they're not. Their pass defense is better than their run defense. That doesn't necessarily say much because they're giving up the most yards on the ground in the league. So for you to say, oh, their pass is better, it's like, well, you're not really saying much. You know what I mean? Like that's not scaring me at all. But my thing is with Carr, and we're talking about Gus Bradley cooking up something for the offense. Carr and Gruden are in the freaking locker room right now cooking up some hot plays for that defense, that really, really weak defense. You can bring up Derwin James and Joey Bosa. Who else they got? That's what I'm saying. But you look at the Raiders, man, it's like you got Crosby. You got Yannick on both sides. So the sides are caved in. Herbert's going nowhere. So my thing is we need to press pressure up the middle more than anything. Because I really do think Yannick and Crosby will have the edges contained like they have been for the most part. But it's all about that middle pressure. And I feel like Gus Bradley is kind of like pointing at the weak spots, right, as we speak through the game film and studying Herbert and whatnot. And I'll tell you right now, man, people really do think that we're going to get smacked when we go to Los Angeles. I'm going to be there, by the way. But, man, first of all, our fans are going to take over that damn stadium. I was there when the Rams played the Raiders in preseason, man. I couldn't believe what the hell I was looking at, bro. It felt like we were in Oakland again. There was maybe one Ram tent out of all these black tents, and, we took the fuck over. I'm pretty sure the Rams know. I'm pretty sure the Chargers know. I'm pretty sure the NFL knows. We run L.A. We've always run all day. We will always run L.A. L.A. is our first home. That is us right there. That's where we made our mark. Went back to Oakland, won a Super Bowl. Cool. Now we're back in Vegas. But my thing is L.A., we have a lot of fan base. So people may not think so, but the fan base makes a huge difference. Huge difference. And I saw it firsthand when we played the Rams. Even though we didn't have our starters in, man, it made a huge ass difference. But before I let you go, man, three players I want to point out that they're going to have big time games. First is going to be Derek Carr. Derek Carr, I'm projecting him throw 75 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's it for Derek Carr. And the next one, those 2 touchdowns, in my opinion, is going to go to Darren Waller. Now, people have been boxing off Darren Waller and they're leaving open our other weapons. Hunter Renfrow, Brian Edwards, Hunter Ruggs. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, the Chargers are going to be so focused on boxing out Waller and trying to stay on top of Ruggs. I'm sorry. They're going to be looking for the deep ball. They're going to be covering that more than anything, because you can only cover Darren Waller for so long. I mean, the last 2 games he's been kind of quiet because people have been saying, like, damn, he has the most targets out of the whole team. We have to cover this dude. But what happened last game? That's what they did, and they got beat because Brian Edwards got open. Henry Ruggs got open. You know, people are Hunter Renfrow is starting to put his name out in the league. So Carr, Waller, and then when we flip it onto defense, I'm telling you right now, man, Crosby's going to have the game of the year. Prime time, at home, in LA, with all the Raider fans. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it. Max has got his sack because of Yannick. Yannick has been eating up double teams. I'm not sure if anyone's noticed, but a lot of attention's been going to Yannick because he gets back there quick. I don't know if you saw last game. He got off the ball the second that ball moved, bro. He was already – the offense didn't even move, and he was already on a step. That was phenomenal to me. He was getting back there. So – and it's give and take. Whenever Yannick is going off, Crosby's going to come in. Whenever Crosby's going off, Yannick's going to come in. So my thing is, our defense, Crosby, watch out for Waller. Go ahead and start Waller and Carr on fantasy, because I'm telling you right now, Carr plays his best on primetime games, and he plays his best when he's under pressure. So now that we have everyone coming back, or it sounds like everyone's coming back, Jacobs is sounding good, Richard is coming back, like we have more weapons to mess with, we're only going to get deadlier, man. And it's crazy to think that we are so deep that whenever anyone goes down, I hope they don't, but whenever anyone goes down, man, we're deep. We have someone to step up. It's cliche, but next man up, that is what our team is. Good teams don't have 22 good starters. Good teams have 53 starters on their team. You see what I'm saying? Because if your best player goes down and you put in some nobody, all it takes is one rusty link to break a golden chain. You see what I'm saying? It's that one person that can mess up the whole entire rhythm. And to me, the Raiders have got it, man. We're gonna really show the lead on Monday night. I know people are like, "Oh, you guys have to show us something on the Baltimore Ravens, the fucking Steelers, even the Dolphins defense. You guys don't have to show us something, man. This game right here,
there's nothing to show. What do we have to do to satisfy? What do we have to do to satisfy anybody? But really, I don't really give two shits. That is a great question. I don't give two shits about mainstream media asking what else they need us to do. I don't give two shits about what they say. I really don't.
No, not saying that you should, because no one should. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, this is a game where they can't say shit. Like, I don't know if you've noticed, but Stephen A. and all those memes, they're starting to hop on the Raiders bandwagon. And it's pissing me the fuck off, because just 2 months ago, we were supposed to be last place in the division. We were supposed to be 0-3 right now. We were supposed to be looking stupid by trading away Rodney Hudson and Trent Brown and Gabe Jackson and all that. We were supposed to be stupid for that. Remember that?
We were supposed to be stupid for, I understand we did it because of, financially we did it. Don't get me wrong. No. Financially, we did it. But just imagine if Rodney Hudson and Gabe Jackson was here. Would we be having these offensive line issues?
Well, I'll tell you what right now, man. We were, 24th offensive line last year?
Yeah, that's only last year. But in the last three... They were still getting paid what they were getting paid, Listen, they were still getting paid what they were getting paid. But outside of last year, those last 3 to 4 years that they was under this offensive line, matter of fact, the last 3 years outside of last year, we still had a top 10 offensive line until last year. That's what I'm saying. Like, just imagine. I mean, I'm happy that we got the line that we have. They're growing. They're young. I'm not putting nothing against it, but there's nothing wrong with having those veterans. I know Denzel Good is done for the year. I know that Incognito must be done for the year too. I don't think Incognito's coming back this year. That's just my opinion. I don't see him coming back. But that darn train in the back Raider Pete is killing me, bro.
I know, my bad. stopping by right now. Oh, there you go.
The train is killing me, brother.
Oh, man. But anyway, no, but my thing is, man, last year, I mean, that's all we had to see to let go of those guys. I mean, in my opinion, this is my opinion. Those guys last year were on a decline, bro. And for Gruden and Mike Mayock to be like, you know what? We're paying them over $10 million each. We have a rising star in Andre James. We're going to draft a first round right tackle. We seriously need that money so we can go get Yannick Ngakoue. So we can go get KJ Wright. So we can go get Casey Hayward. The whole shebang. You know, the list goes on who we went out and got. So, yeah, maybe it would have been different, but to be honest, I don't think it would have been that much different. And let's be honest, last year, the right tackle, Trent Brown, he did not play. So having Leatherwood is just as good as having Trent Brown, who right this second as we talk is injured. And don't quote me, but I think Gabe Jackson is injured too right now. But my thing is, they saw the decline and they made a smart move by going younger because that's what we needed to do.
So me personally, if how you saying it like that, I wouldn't mind getting rid of Trent Brown and Gabe Jackson, but I would have kept Rodney Hudson.
Well,
because Rodney Hudson is he's playing good football in Arizona right now. He really is.
That's what I was gonna get to. Yeah, he is. He is seriously. I would say. I would have kept Rodney Hudson
because he was the core of our offensive line, and got rid of Trent Brown and Gabe Jackson. I got rid of them and kept Rodney Hudson.
But check this out. When we traded away Gabe Jackson, Rodney Hudson asked to be traded or released because that's his boy. He was in his wedding, like, blah, blah, blah. But if we would have kept Gabe Jackson, Rodney Hudson would still be here. For sure, 100%. Just like Khalil Mack. We offered him, $2.5, $3 million less than what he wanted, and he requested a trade. He didn't want to be here. That is the definition of what I was saying this whole time. But when we first started talking, we have 53 guys on this team who want to be here, who want to fight, who want to play.
But the thing is this though. We can't blame Rodney Hudson for winning out though. If you look at what our team has been through under John Gruden, just think about it. Just think about it. I don't think it's just all Rodney Hudson's fault on why he wanted out. It's something that went on behind the scenes with that front office is the reason why he wanted out. I don't think it was just because of Gabe Jackson.
Well,
I don't think that.
Just because I would say it was a big
it could be that too. Big reason. It could be that too, but at the same time, I still feel like the two sides cannot come to an agreement. And they agreed to disagree. This is what I'll speculate. I'm speculating.
Well, I mean, you can kind of say like, Gabe Jackson, all this he's been through and all that. Let's go ahead and flip it on a real position that actually matters in this league. Derek Carr has had how many offensive coordinators, how many defensive coordinators, how many receivers, how many offensive linemen, the list goes on. He has every right to lead, but he has told us like, nah, I'm a Raider for life. No matter what we go through, I'm a Raider. Now that's someone who wants to be here. And
I understand that. And I understand that. But everybody's not Derek Carr. Everybody's not Derek Carr. Everybody is not the same person. Everybody doesn't have the same beliefs either. So it really comes off to what went down in those behind those closed doors that nobody knows about. It really went down. Something had to piss off Rodney Hudson or what John Gruden and Mike Mayock said to want out. Because he was here for so long. Right. Mind you, he came from Kansas City and he was here for how long? Now all of a sudden he wants out. For a minute. What is the reason that now you want out? What was being said that you want out? You get what I'm saying? So you got to look at it from both sides.
Yeah, I feel you. Yep. No, I feel you. But my thing is, man, like last year we were 4 or 5 plays away from going 12-4, and just like everybody else in the Raider Nation, we knew when we ended that season that we were this close to making a few, adjustments and actually making a push. Now, I'm not saying that we're like the, ultimate team of the whole entire world, but look at us now. We're 3-0. number one passing offense, number one pressures on the defensive line. Like everything is switched with us. Now
we have to keep that going though, because we looked good last year. Did or did we not look good last year? And we fell asleep in that second half. So yeah, we can ride this wave. Right, we can ride this wave right now, but we still have to. We still have to finish when it matters, and that's coming into playoff time.
Exactly.
That second half of the year. That's what my main concern is right now.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? I agree with you to some. I would say mostly. But this wave we're on right now, we haven't been on this wave in 19 years. We haven't been 3-0 since 2002. So this wave that we're on now, it feels a lot more different than it did in 2016, last year, and the year before when we were looking good, and then we had a second half slump in the season. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And what we're used to as Raider fans is, the Raiders are doing good. We're doing good, like we did with the Ravens. Pittsburgh Steelers, not everyone, I'm sorry. Most people were telling me, like, look, man, this is when the Raiders just fall off. We're going to lose to the Dolphins because, that's what we do. We just have a good couple games and then we fall off. And they were right to a certain point because we almost lost to the Dolphins. But we won. Like, that's not a game we were supposed to win. The Ravens was a game we weren't supposed to win. Those are the only two games that were clutch. The only game we really, really won was against the Steelers. Obviously, because we didn't go into overtime. And my thing is, people around me have that feeling that I have, that we don't have that, oh, man, like, when are we going to fall off? Like, it doesn't feel like we're slowing down. It doesn't feel like there's something missing. And what really makes me happy is Peyton Barber. He had 100 yards last game, and we didn't have a run game those first 2 weeks. Mind you, 2 weeks.
Which I understand. I understand that, but Raider P, I respect you so much, but I am a realistic Raider, bro. We've seen this year after year.
Yeah.
We've seen this, and people fail to realize, if you look at John Gruden's record, when he started the first half of the season with a winning record, he never had a winning record in the second half of the season in his career. So hopefully that changes this year. In his career as a coach with the Buccaneers and with the Raiders twice, he never had a winning record in the second half of seasons outside of that 1 year that he had Tony Dungy's team with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. After that Super Bowl with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, what has Gruden won since then? Nothing. Because he starts off well.
I mean,
just hear me out.
Go ahead.
He starts out well. He falls off and gets too comfortable. That is my problem. That is my problem. We're finding ways to win. I agree with that. We're finding ways to win. But my concern as a realistic Raider fan, what do we do in that second half? Because we had the easiest schedule last year. The easiest schedule, we went 1-6 in the second half.
Right.
So I'm just hoping that the mindset is different and the mentality is different going into these games. Because that's what I'm looking. That's what I'm looking forward to. Even though it's still early in the year, that's why. Yeah, I'm happy that we're 3-0. We haven't been 3-0 since 2002. People giving us the respect and all that. Honestly, I'm a type of Raider fan. Don't give us no damn respect. Don't give us that. I'm not asking for it.
No, yeah, I hear you, but my thing is, like, yeah, we had the easiest schedule last year, but, I mean, if you think about it, we have the hardest schedule so far this year through 4 weeks, right? And to not really step on Gruden, but, like, to be honest, we knocked him out of the playoffs. I'm not sure if you remember. I think we got him, I think it was 2008 with Michael Bush, and we played the Bucs, and it was either they beat us and go to playoffs, or we win and they don't go to playoffs, and we beat them. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that Gruden, it wasn't just that Super Bowl year where he was good. He did good, but I mean, man, you can't win us a Super Bowl or go to playoffs every year. Like, what the hell? Like, you're gone. So Gruden has a winning path. May not be. He has a winning path,
but when he starts off good, he slumps. When he starts off bad, the second half he picks it up. That's what I'm meaning. I needed to be balanced. It's a balance that I want as a head coach. If we want to keep this wave going, keep the wave going. Don't change shit, is what I'm saying.
And then when I hear that, you know, when he had Tony Dungy's team, it's like, okay, yeah, he may have had quote unquote Dungy's team, but when he left and got traded from the Raiders, what's his name? Our head coach had Gruden went to the Super Bowl. And who beat him? Gruden did. So my thing is, Gruden left a solid Raiders team to go to the Bucs, okay, from the Super Bowl. So you can say, oh, that was Tony Dungy's team. Well, guess what? That was Gruden's team who was in the Super Bowl, the Raiders. That was his team he built. So
that was the team he built, but you can't look. Gruden got traded to the Bucs. He didn't get released.
That's what I'm saying. But you're saying that was.
But I'm saying, yeah, since 02. Since 02, when he was there, forget the 02 year with Gruden, when he went to Tampa Bay. What did he do outside of that Super Bowl that he tried to build that team? What did he do? Can you remember anything after that 02 year? Can you remember anything?
Well, he was in show business. He was in the Monday night or whatever after a few seasons after the Super Bowl he won.
Yeah, because he got fired because he got rid of all the Super Bowl players. Everybody that won the Super Bowl, he got rid of all of them, tried to rebuild, and he looked like shit. That's what I'm saying. It's different now. It's a different era, and I just want it to be balanced. If we're going to keep winning this way, keep winning this way. That's all I'm saying. Don't slump off. Don't have a bad slump. Don't go on a landslide. Anything of that nature. But hey,
right. But I mean, the only reason why I brought that up is because you said Tony. Not just you. It's different people. Oh, he did it with Tony Dungy's team. Well, that team that won the Super Bowl, the Raiders, the Oakland Raiders in 2002, that was Gruden's team. So for the people to say, oh, well, you used his team. Well, guess what? That last coach used his team too, and he went to the Super Bowl. And you can be a solid team, but if you have a shitty head coach that doesn't know what the hell he's doing, he ain't doing nothing with your team.
Well, so he did. That's what I'm saying.
Right
what I'm saying, when he did something right, because that was Tony Dungy's team, meaning that he drafted those players to be good. He drafted those players. We're talking about let's get a team from Gruden that he built. Why? If I'm a Raiders fan, don't get me wrong. I've been a Raiders fan since 1998 because I'm 35 years old.
Hey,
and listen, I'm letting it be known. When it comes to that 2002 team, he built that team. My question is, why? If he built that team to go to the Super Bowl, why did he get traded? Why? Why did John Gruden get traded? I would like to know this.
Well, I got the answer for you. The person who traded him obviously was who?
It was Al Davis. Right.
Al Davis. And what he got in return? He got a shit ton of cash money. I think he got a first-round pick and something else. Gruden wasn't traded for a Pop-Tart and a Dasani water.
I understand he got traded for 3 first-round picks. But if he was a Super Bowl caliber quarterback that built this roster, you're trading him for draft picks that you don't even know if those draft picks even played out well. Who are those 3 draft picks that we got if Gruden was that good of a coach?
Obviously they didn't, because we haven't been relevant.
My point, exactly my point.
Gruden wasn't the head coach, though. That's my point.
No,
Gruden didn't draft after that. He was traded to the Buccaneers. That's my point.
But I'm saying to you, the team that he built. You saying that you told me the team that he built in 2002 could have went to the Super Bowl, right or wrong? Which it did with Callahan, right? It did. They built him. My thing is this though. That same team John Gruden had that went to Super Bowl with Callahan. What was the reasoning of him being traded if he built that team to go to the Super Bowl? That's what I'm saying. What was the point? What is the reasoning?
Exactly.
And it goes back to what I'm saying about Rodney Hudson. We don't know the behind the scenes of the reasoning of the trade. We don't know.
Right. Now before we go into that, to answer your question about Al Davis, we love him. We miss him, and he's the godfather. But let's be honest, the last couple of years that he was on this earth, he was losing the how do you say it? Like the knack for football. You know, I can name a few things: signing Javon Walker, signing Darius Hayward-Bay, and you know the list goes on. But my thing is about Al Davis. He's not a guy who likes to quote unquote rebuild. He's an type of guy. And when he traded away John Gruden, the guy who built that team, like I just said, he didn't trade him away for anything. He traded him away for like, you know what? I'd rather have all these picks and all this money to build on, and for sure we're going to the Super Bowl next year. And guess what? They did go to the Super Bowl next year without Gruden. They had, what's his name?
Which I understand that.
Right.
But what is the reasoning?
In a way,
what is the reasoning that's the good question. You traded away a good quarterback that built this team to go to Super Bowl. Callahan went to a Super Bowl with a team that he didn't build as a head coach. Gruden built it. So with my question still remains. What was the reasoning of John Gruden getting traded if he was so good of a coach in Oakland? And then my trivia question for anybody in the draft, anybody in the chat. The good trivia question. What is the first round picks that we got for Gruden? Name the picks that we got.
No, I get it. And then to be honest, I don't even know one of those picks that we got. Now, it doesn't even matter because they didn't do that because we weren't relevant for a long time. To answer your question, and this is the way that Al Davis was thinking when he made that trade, I'm going to ask you a question to answer your question. If someone came up to you and said, hey, look, man, I got 3 first-round picks right here, right now for Derek Carr, would you take that trade?
No.
That's you, though.
No, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it because I know the caliber of Derek Carr. So as an owner,
right.
Mind you, listen to me. I'm answering your question. I'm answering your question, though, Pete.
No, go ahead.
So if I know the caliber of my player and the caliber of my coach, I don't know what these first round picks is going to get me. I don't know if they're going to pan out. So why would I risk giving up my franchise quarterback for 3 first round picks? And I know these 3 first round picks might not pan out. So you're speculating, okay, I'm giving up Derek Carr for unproven first round picks. So technically that's what the Raiders did. They took 3 unproven first round picks for Gruden. So who really won the trade? The Bucks did.
Oh yeah, you're right. And I agree with you 100%. Just so you know, me myself, I don't give a damn if you gave me 10 first round picks. I'm not giving you Derek Carr. But that's not my point. My point is, from a business standpoint, it sounds good. And necessarily, like right now, in my opinion, if someone, let's just say the Vikings come up to us and like, hey, look, I got 3 picks right here, first rounders, next 3 years, whatever, for Derek Carr. I really do think Mike Mayock would pull the trigger. I really do think he would because from a business standpoint, no, but hear me out though.
You about to be when it comes to this Derek Carr trade stuff. The people in the chat is really about to disagree with you here. They're really about to.
Oh no, shoot, dude, I'm not saying I would never. I just said I would never trade him, not even for 10 first rounders. But listen, I'm just trying to make a point of I'm not trying to trade Derek Carr. You're missing me with that. I think you got me messed up. So I don't want to trade Derek Carr for the entire world. So I'm trying to make a point of why Al Davis traded away John Gruden. That was our conversation. I think you're kind of drifting away from that.
No, you asked me a question. You asked me a question, and I was answering it.
I asked you why. You said my question is, and you said that it wasn't answered. Why did Al Davis do that? I'm trying to explain to you why. Because when you first round picks, that doesn't mean you're going to pick 3 players. Who says we're going up next year? You know, we give 2 first rounders to Green Bay, get Aaron Rodgers, and we still have 2 first round picks because they gave us 3. I'm just trying to create scenarios on a business standpoint of why Al Davis did that. Is my point.
But he didn't. But he didn't do it though. He didn't do it though.
No.
We got Jamarcus Russell. We got Jamarcus Russell that was a bust. We got Fabian Washington that didn't do much, and I don't even know who the other first rounder was. So technically, Gruden and the Bucks won the trade because we got nothing out of it.
No, right. I agree with that. I think you're kind of missing me with what I'm trying to point out. First of all, I'm trying to just point out why Al Davis did that in the first place. That's the whole reason why I don't want to get rid of.
I don't get it.
I agree with you. The Bucks won that trade. I agree with you that was stupid of us or Al Davis to do, blah blah blah. But
honestly, that's what Papa T's saying in the chat. He's saying that they wanted to think Gruden wanted more control than Al Davis was going to let him have. That's the only reason I can say. That is the only reason that I can say. That Gruden wanted more control.
Disagree with that at all.
I agree with that. Gruden wanted more control, and now Al Davis, and now that goes back to Al Davis. Okay, Al Davis, you traded a good coach that could have took us to the Super Bowl just because Gruden wanted more control. He probably wanted more personnel control. What is wrong with that?
Right.
What is wrong with that? So technically,
now,
we're getting to the question now. We're getting to the question at hand. What was the reason that Al Davis traded John Gruden for 3 first-round picks? Technically, God bless Al Davis' soul. God bless him 100%. He's one of the legendary owners in this league. But he fucked us up for decades because of that.
Yeah, I agree with that. Percent, he did, and it hurts to say that as a Raider fan, right?
As a Raider fan, it's sad to say that. It is sad to say that, but he fucked us up for decades trading Gruden.
Yep, you're right. He did, and I agree with that 100%. But that goes back to like what you were saying. I agree with that. Gruden did want more power, and Al Davis was like, "Look, man, I'm the head coach, I'm the owner, and I'm the general manager. Point blank, simple." Now that goes back to what I was saying. The last couple of Al Davis's life, he was losing his football touch. Now, when Gruden wanted that control, he should have got it, but Al Davis didn't give it to him. He was like, you know what, I'd rather do things my way. Did what he did, obviously traded him, blah, blah, blah. But that goes back to, these are all points that have been brought up. Al Davis has lost his touch on football. This isn't the 60s and 70s and 80s where you can just throw it in the air and the fastest guy catches it. That's not how things work nowadays. Nowadays and back then in 2002. So my thing is, Al Davis, yes, he screwed us, and, for the next couple, years or dozens of years, whatever. But with that being said, Mark Davis is doing the exact opposite. He gave Gruden everything he wanted. The money, the players, the draft picks, the tradeaways of Khalil Mack and Amari Cooper. Gruden is turning this into his team, not Mark Davis's team, not Mike Mayock, his team.
This is more of
now that he's doing that,
I'm starting to disagree with you there. I'm starting to disagree with you there again, because if it wasn't for Mike Mayock, the draft picks, we would not have the draft picks that we have now. That's a fact. It's not John Gruden. John Gruden can't draft. He could never draft. He was terrible at drafting. Why we think we got rid of Reggie McKenzie and brought in Mike Mayock? Because John Gruden can't draft. He can't.
Well, I mean, what's his name? Mark Davis, he's the owner, but he doesn't run shit. That's why he hired Mike Mayock. At the end of the day, John calls the plays, calls who sweeps up the stadium after this. Like, he calls everything. No matter what anyone says, John Gruden runs everything.
He doesn't run
the draft picks.
No, it does not. He does not. He does not. He does not. If you look at this past year's draft and you tell me that was a John Gruden draft, absolutely not. Mayock is helping Gruden with the draft. Shout out to Raider Purge because he did, because I agree. Mayock is helping Gruden with the draft. Because Gruden, because just imagine, Gruden would have drafted Johnny Manziel and we would have been fucked as a Raiders organization.
Oh, man, no, hell no.
He was a favorite. He was a favorite. John Gruden loved Johnny Manziel. He loved him so bad. If it wasn't for Mike Mayock helping Gruden with the draft, we wouldn't have had the draft, the players that's coming in like the Henry Rose, the Brian Edwards, the Nate Hobbs of the world, because he had to bring in someone that analyzed, that comes from that background, and Mike Mayock comes from that background. It's a fact.
Right, and I'm gonna give you just one example of. I mean, I have a lot, but I'll give you one example of how I know that John Gruden runs this team and he makes all the decisions. Obviously, when it doesn't come to business,
I don't see it.
No, but listen,
he's not a good businessman. He's not a good businessman. He's not.
No. I just said that he runs everything except the business side. That's Mark Davis. That's the business. But my thing is, here's a good example. Last year, can we all agree that Paul Guenther was the shittiest defensive coordinator to ever face a football team on earth ever?
But that was a John Gruden hire, though. It was a John Gruden hire.
Exactly. See, you're about to prove my point, but let me get to that. He was John Gruden. John Gruden and him go way back, way. They're practically best friends, and John Gruden said that. I don't know how long ago. He said that a way long time ago, but they're really good friends. Now, with all these stupid calls that he made, we were losing games because of the defense, blah, 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 and we still kept him. Because why? John Gruden wanted to keep him. That's his friend. That's who he goes back with, whatever. It came down to literally after, what was that game? Was it the Dolphins game that we fired Guenther? I think it was. But anyways, it came down to a stupid play that Guenther called where Gruden called him like, look, man, I gotta fire you. I gotta let you go. But how long did it take for him to do that? You don't think Mike Mayock didn't want to pull the trigger? You don't think Mark Davis wanted to pull the trigger on Paul Guenther?
I think Mayock wanted to pull the trigger before that, but Gruden is so friendly with everything. No. Hear me out. This is why I think Gruden doesn't have it. Mike Mayock been wanting to pull the trigger, but since Gruden was begging Mayock to be, just keep giving him a chance, just keep giving him a chance. If you look at this draft and you look at the personnel that Mike Mayock brought in, this is not a John Gruden personnel. It's not. It is not a Renfro is not. Only person I can say that is a John Gruden personnel is Josh Jacobs because of his running style and Ruggs. Other than that, Brian Edwards is not his style. Renfro is not his style. Nate Hobbs is not his style. This is more of a Mayock team than a Gruden team, in my opinion. Gruden just putting it together correctly.
So when you say that Gruden went up to Mike Mayock, is like, look, keep Paul Guenther, just keep him, he'll do better, blah, blah, blah. Whether Gruden said it or not, at the end of the day, it was Mike Mayock's decision to do it or not. But he was told by Gruden to not do it.
So you're telling me
point.
I disagree with everything you're saying about Gruden right now, because Gruden he has a final say in certain stuff, but at the end of the day, Mike Mayock has more of a final decision than Gruden does, and that's a fact because he's the GM. You're not telling me that a coach has a final say over a GM. If that's the case, I don't know what the fuck y'all watching. I just don't.
Hey, I'll be honest with you, man. I'm not saying that's what happens often because it doesn't. That's actually what's not supposed to happen, But in this case, John Gruden, yes, I'm going to say it does.
But Paul Guenther, go ahead. Paul Guenther's old news, but I'm just saying, if you look at this roster, this is a Mike Mayock roster.
So you're saying that if Gruden that power that he has, which I feel that he has now, you really do think Mark Davis I don't even think Mike Mayock was the general manager then, but do you think the GM or Mark Davis would be like, oh, yeah, go ahead and trade away Amari Cooper? Do you really think that Mike Mayock the general manager and Mark Davis really said that, or do you think Gruden said that?
Mike Mayock did that.
No, that's what
Mike Mayock did that.
Who made that call?
I think Mike Mayock made the call. Only reason why Mike Mayock made the call. Hear me out. I think Mike Mayock made the call because of the salary cap of what Khalil Mack wanted.
Well, I mean, you can look it up. I mean, everyone else can look it up. But we made an offer to Khalil Mack that he refused. Him here.
Yeah, because he didn't want it. I don't think Gruden wanted him here because they had him and Khalil Mack had disagreements. They had disagreements the whole offseason.
Right. That's when Gruden was like, look, we got to start over.
He doesn't rule. See, y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all can say what y'all want in the chat. If you think Gruden has more power than Mike Mayock, y'all got the game fucked up. Y'all really do. Y'all really do.
I'll be honest, Darion. I think that I've been taught that since
he has power, but he does not have more power than Mayock, bro.
Our best players.
But look what we got in return. We got a full, better defense under Mike Mayock without a Khalil Mack. What are we talking about?
Right. No, but wait. What was the last part about Mike Mayock you said?
I said if you think Mike Mayock is not running the Raiders and John Gruden is overrunning Gruden, John Gruden's overrunning Mike Mayock, then y'all got another thing coming. Even though that he's getting paid 10 years because of Mark Davis money, at the end of the day, It really goes coach, GM, owner. So who really have the last say is Mark Davis, not Gruden. If you want to take it that far,
I mean, we agree to disagree. I get it, but in my opinion, I mean, there's a lot of people out there who agree with me. There's a lot of people agree with you. But I'm just talking from what I think.
And I got a question for everybody in the chat, though. I got a question for everybody in the chat, though. If he has the final say, why did Gruden decide to not take no guarantee money if he gets fired, if he has the final say?
Well, what guarantee money? Because his whole contract is guaranteed.
His whole contract is guaranteed. So if he gets fired, he gets none of that money if he gets fired.
No,
that's true. He said it. Oh my God, he said it. He said it.
So with wait, who said it? John Gruden?
Gruden says that if he gets fired, he's not taking any of that $100 million money.
Oh, you're saying he's not? Oh, I thought you were talking about what the contract says.
I'm talking about what he said personally out of his mouth.
Oh, what he said?
He said that. So how does that make him have more power then? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. Because if you have power like that, that means you rule your contract, right? That means you run your own contract.
Right. But that kind of fuels what my point is. You don't guarantee an entire $100 million to any player, any coach, ever. John Gruden's the first coach to get paid more than Bill Belichick, all that, and guaranteed all his money. You really don't think he has all the power when a coach is the first ever to get $100 million fully guaranteed? And also, let's say that he's cut after next year, which I know he's not, but
if we don't make the playoffs, I think if he does not make the playoffs this year, he's gone. That's my opinion.
Right, but my point is, what you were saying is let's say you were the head coach of the Raiders, and they're like, look, man, we love you, but we got to go because you haven't made the playoffs. Okay, cool. So, anyways, Darion, you said you're going to give us back that $50 million, right? Because you only did 5 years, and can you give it? Are you going to say yes or no to that?
Say yes or no to what?
Because you said that Gruden said that he would give back because this is year 4 of Gruden.
No.
So next year
in the NFL, this is what happens. When you fire people under contract, the organization still has to pay them that money, even if you fired them or not. Because for real, Jack Del Rio is still getting the Raiders check right now. He still is.
Well, I don't know about that, but no, you're right about that though. When you get cut, you still gotta,
and you still have to pay them. But I'm saying to you is, from what I've heard from multiple sources that's in the Raiders organization, stated that if John Gruden gets fired, he gets none of that money. That means the Raiders don't have to pay him every single year. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Now here's another thing. And I mean, I'm not talking out of my ass, just so you know. When it comes to Gruden's contract, I was like, look, like, what the hell is this? So I did my research a long time ago, 4 years ago when we first signed him. So the reason why Gruden came to us, one, he misses us, he misses coaching. This is the only team he would come back to coach, he said. Now, he was given the opportunity because Al Davis is not here no more. There's no way Al Davis would bring him back. We all know that. He traded. We know what happened, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, Gruden told Mark Davis, like, look, I forgot that station he was working for Monday Night Football, but they offered him $100 million over 10 years. Told Mark Davis, if you can match that, I'll come coach for the Raiders. Mark Davis matched it, and he guaranteed everything on the contract. The other company didn't, that he was broadcasting from. They don't do guarantees.
I don't understand how y'all think.
Whatever.
I don't understand how. I don't understand how. I don't understand these people in the chat. Y'all Raiders fans is wearing me out. I don't understand how. I don't understand how a GM. I don't understand.
What are you talking about?
I don't understand how a GM has more say than John Gruden. It doesn't make sense to me. Don't the GM, you're a general manager. That means that you're the next step closer to being an owner in this league. There's no way that a head coach that just coach football just has the final say. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know coach in this league right now that has the final say. The only person that really has the final say in the NFL is Bill Belichick, because Bill Belichick has a general manager that's not football minded. That's why.
I don't even know who his general manager is over there. But I'm not trying to say this. I mean,
No, that's my point. That's my point, Raider Pete. We don't even know who the general manager is. That means he's like Jeffrey Lurie in the Philadelphia Eagles. They have people in place that don't know football. You got a GM. You got a GM in Mike Mayock that knows football, that knows how to draft, that knows how to get players to come here. Do you really think? You really think? I got a question. Do you really think?
Sure.
If Mike Mayock was not here and Gus Bradley was not here, will we get the defensive players that we have if Gus Bradley wasn't our defensive coordinator? Would or would we not?
Well, I don't think so. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, but
who brought in Gus Bradley?
Obviously,
who brought in Gus Bradley? Not John Gruden. It was a Mike Mayock move. Because you know who got John Gruden wanted? John Gruden wanted his former defensive coordinator back in Tampa Bay was Raheem Morris. He wanted Raheem Morris.
Right.
But who brought in Gus Bradley? Mike Mayock did. What?
I'm going to say something. I'm not trying to piss you off. This is just my opinion. You know what I mean? I'm taking your opinions. You know, I just want you to take mine. But at the end of the day, just so you know, we both love the Raiders and this organization. But I'm going to go ahead and say this too, man. I think John Gruden, I wouldn't say the majority, I would say the whole entire decision to hire Mike Mayock was John Gruden. I would say that he had he was like, yeah, go ahead, hire Mike Mayock. Mike Mayock is the general manager. He deals with the numbers, the contracts, blah, blah, blah. John Gruden doesn't do all that. That's why we have a GM for. But at the end of the day, man, in my opinion, when it comes down to who is the water boy in that facility, John Gruden makes the decision because I feel that Mark Davis.
P, I'm gonna have to get off this phone call with you because I really don't believe that, bro. We've been on here for an hour and people have been trying to call, bro.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. No, but yeah, man, much love. And going back to the Chargers, man, I mean, I really do think that we're to come out. I'm gonna say my prediction. I mean, my prediction is gonna be 30-20. Our offense is gonna come off firing on all cylinders. Our defense is going to make some crucial stops. We will give up some plays at the half. We will make a few adjustments and pull away to win. So I'm going to say 30-20. Raiders take this game, baby.
All right, say no more, man. Talk to you later.
Hey, you take care, brother. Much love to everybody. I'll see y'all on Monday night.
All right, you too, man.
Much love.
Please somebody send me an interview where they said that John Gruden hired their GM. Please tell me. Please tell me. You know, like Chip Kelly did. Chip Kelly had the power because Chip Kelly had the power in Philadelphia is because they don't have a football-minded GM there. If so, what that he worked for him in Tampa. But Gruden wanted Raheem Morris over Gus Bradley. He did. Listen, Gruden can run this. Listen, everybody have their entire opinion. If y'all have an issue with it, y'all can leave the chat. I don't care. I have my opinion. I see what I see as a Raiders fan. That's your opinion. Thank you, Papa T. You just proved Spotlight's point. If Gruden was the reason we hired Mayock, is it because of the ability to draft? Why would we hire someone to make all the draft choices? I wanted Raheem Morris too. I wasn't a big Gus Bradley fan. I wasn't until he proved me wrong. I wasn't a big Gus Bradley fan. I wasn't at all. But I'm not mad at it though. I'm not mad at it. So you telling me as a manager at a job, which is John Gruden's spot on this job, right? He's a coach / manager. So you telling me a coach, a football coach that's only supposed to coach football has more power than a GM. So you telling me as a manager at my job, I have more power than the CEO. That's what you're telling me, right? That's what you're telling me. Greg Johnson, you can leave, bro. Goodbye. I'm not a crybaby. Goodbye. I don't care what you say. Sorry, he doesn't. If it wasn't for Mike Mayock, Gruden wouldn't made these picks, bro. Y'all can say whatever y'all want. I'm entitled to my opinion. Mike Mayock made these picks. Do you think Mike Mayock, do you think that John Gruden would have got Nate Hobbs in this draft? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Do you think he would have got a Brian Edwards or a Henry Ruggs in it? He probably would have got a Henry Ruggs because Henry Ruggs is a speedster. He probably would have did that. But half of these draft picks the last couple of years Mike Mayock has been here, they're not Gruden type of players. And y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all can say what y'all want. I'm entitled to my opinion. You can't tell me that these are not Mayock's players and not Gruden's players. Gruden can have Ruggs. Gruden can have Ruggs. But I bet you he would have went and got CeeDee Lamb over Ruggs if it was so-called Mike Mayock's call. Gruden wanted Jacobs and Ruggs. That's the only draft picks I can say that Gruden wanted. Out of all the draft picks outside of those two, name in Jacobs and Ruggs is the only two players I can say they are Gruden type of players. But the rest of this draft is not Gruden players. Mayock is here because of Gruden. That sounds so dumb, bro. That sounds so dumb coming out. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. And this is why, like, certain calls I'm not going to be answering because this. Thank you, Papa T. You hire a draft guru if you only making draft decisions. You can't some of you see that? They can't. Who gets fired if the Raiders miss the playoffs? It's going to be the coach that gets fired. It's not going to be Mayock that gets fired. It's going to be the coach that gets fired.
Los Angeles, CA13.
Thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Spotlight. Who's this and where you calling from?
Spotlight, what's the deal, man? This is Rick.
What's going on, Rick?
Calling out of LA.
What's up, man?
What's up with you, G? Hey, man, so I just want to call and talk about, man, what's the key? What you think the keys to beating the Chargers Monday night?
The keys to beating the Chargers Monday night is our offensive line. That's one. Protecting the ball. No turnovers. That's two. And getting pressure on Justin Herbert.
I agree with that 100%, man. And it's like it's a tough job to do, really, you know, but luckily we got Yannick this year, too, man. I think Yannick, people writing him off, man, because he don't got a sack, but it's like, man, dude, you're not watching the tape? Shit, Yannick, I'm watching the tape. I seen Yannick get Solomon Thomas at least 2 sacks by the pressure he's getting off the edge.
Yeah, I mean, Yannick gotta play well this game. So they are rebuild they are rebuild offensive line.
They look nice too. Do you think Josh Jacobs this week?
Say what?
You think Josh Jacobs is going to be healthy this week?
I hope so. I mean, from what I'm hearing, that he's questionable, but I hope so. His offensive line is going to have to open up holes for him because people think that Josh Jacobs is just the Barry Sanders of the world, and he's not that. I love Josh Jacobs, but if he doesn't have an offensive line, he's not effective.
I mean, but that's with any running back. We can't just.
That's with any running back, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I said earlier. Is that it's only one Barry Sanders because he was the only one to do it. He was the only one to do it.
Like, I mean, you get
what I'm saying?
Barry's a different class, man.
Right, Barry's a different class, but you can't name an offensive line that he had.
No, you're right.
You get what I'm saying?
We might not see that for another 10 years.
Exactly.
He's been gone for about 20 already, and we still haven't seen him. Maybe Adrian Peterson for a little while, but yeah, you know.
Exactly. That's why I feel like if Josh Jacobs comes back, this offensive line is going to have to work. They're going to have to do something to open up the holes for these running backs. Yeah, they did it for Peyton Barber in the second half. But what about the first half? You're going to have to get these running backs going early. You're going to have to.
Oh, yeah. Did Kenyon Drake hurt, or did we just take him out the game because he was having trouble with the pass rush?
I don't know. I really don't know at this point. I just feel like Kenyon Drake is not getting, he's not getting played like he's supposed to. Like his skill set,
to be honest,
in my opinion, just hear me out. His skill set is jet sweeps. His skill set is halfback screens. His skill set is outside running zone. He's not a north and south runner. He's never been.
You're absolutely right about that. Yeah. But I feel like we used in first half of that game, we was using him the right way. He had about 30-something receiving yards in the first half. You know, he was on his way to a good game, and maybe he got hurt or he was having problems with the rush. I don't know what happened.
I mean, you got people keep saying that Drake can't pass protect, but he can't pass protect because maybe he's probably just like everybody say about Trey Reagan as a rookie. Maybe he's not understanding the playbook enough yet on certain packages.
Yeah.
I'm not making an excuse for him, but at the same time, you coming into a new offense, and you've been in two different offenses with Miami and Arizona. And you had no issues with pass protecting. Now he has issues pass protecting here. I don't know.
You know what it is? I think it's I really think it's John Gruden trying to protect Carr. He's trying to get the guys that he know understand this offense. So, you know, he wants those guys in. You know, you got to remember Carr did get hurt one time. We are scared this year, so he's like, he's not taking no chances. And that's the thing I like about Gruden. You know, I feel like in 2016, Darion Carr should have been out that game, if you remember. The one that he got hurt, we were up like 16 in like the third quarter. Maybe the fourth quarter we was up big. You know, it's like, why was he in the game?
And at the same time, that you gotta put it on your offensive coordinator as well, which was Bill Musgrave, because you know Del Rio was not the play caller. Too. Right, Del Rio was not the play caller that year. So, just to let y'all know, the injury. Just to let you know, I got the updated injury report that just came out by Levi Davian. So the updated injury report. Nate Hobbs was a full participant in practice today. That was big. That was big because he was limited all week. Nate Hobbs was a full participant in practice today. So that is a good sign for Nate Hobbs. Josh Jacobs was limited. Dalen Levette was a full participant. Trayvon Mullen was limited. Carl Nassib, full participant. Dilza Pyramid, full participant. Roger Teamer, limited. Solomon Thomas, full participant. Our injury report is getting shorter about a week. We're getting shorter about a week. So
we might be ready to go.
So for the Chargers,
Gus is real familiar with the Chargers, you know. So I'm amped about that.
I think he's going to play Papa T. I think he had a full participant. He had full participation in practice on Friday. That's good enough for me. Now for the Chargers, this is what we have to look for. Keenan Allen was limited at practice today, y'all. Keenan Allen was limited at practice, but Joey Bosa was a full participant. Anoe Gilman was a full participant. Chris Harris, their corner, was limited today. Derwin James was a full participant. He upgraded from limited to full participant. Justin Jones, limited. And Matt Overton was limited. So, we got to look out for Keenan Allen, y'all. We got to look out for it.
Oh, man. That Keenan Allen, man, shit. You got to but you want to be honest? I feel like our cornerback, especially Mullen matches up with big receivers. So I'm not worried about Williams at all. Every time I never really seen Williams have a good game since we had Mullen.
See, my thing is this, though, with Mullen. If he could stop being so handsy, then I am fine with that. If he stopped being so handsy, I just need him to just cover. Don't get so handsy. Don't grab the jersey. Don't do that, brother. Don't do that.
I feel you, but it's kind of like, to me, to be honest, it's kind of like the Hunter Renfrow situation. You know, when he first came in, you know, Gruden didn't really want to let him play because he was running those routes a certain type of way. You know, it was unorthodox. It's like, when you got these young guys, you got to let them do the shit comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if that helps them, I'm okay with that. I'd rather them play like that than get burnt. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Facts. Absolutely.
You know, we can't forget, we still got young players. We got a lot of players still on their first contract, you know, in their third, second year, you know, or whatever the case may be. You know, we can't forget, you know, they're young and they coming off you know, this their first season, when you got veteran players around at every position. You got a key veteran, you know, in the locker room. So
I just need, you know, I just need for him to be a bit too handsy. That's all. Just don't be too much handsy. You know, I don't mind you being handsy within the 5 yards that you're supposed to be handsy with. But after those 5 yards, bro, you gotta let go. You gotta do something.
Right.
Yeah, cover two man, bump the receivers within the 5 yards, and don't be handsy after that. So that's just my personal opinion with that. But I think this defense is going to be good. I said it. I don't know if you was in the live earlier, but I said that that the Raiders will win 31-24 and the defense will have 2 scoring touchdowns. That was my bold prediction.
Okay. I agree. I think our defense is going to score some more points. You know, we got 2 last week. You know, I think they like that, you know. And you know, they definitely getting the recognition now. So, yeah, I like the 2 scoring touchdowns on defense. I'm feeling that. But what was I going to say, man? You know, when I hopped on, I heard you talking about Mayock and Gruden. What was going on with that?
It was just
kind of hopped in.
See, Raider Pete gets on here and he gets to talking. Shout out to Raider Pete, he gets to talking. So it was just so many conversations going on. In my personal opinion, I don't think a GM should. I don't think a head coach at any level of sports should have more authority than a GM. That's just me. I don't care if it's a job or not. Only reason why they gave him $100 million because he has all the power. I don't think Gruden has all the power. If he has all the power,
yeah, I mean, you know,
if he has all the power, then does that mean he's higher than Mark Davis? Then, if he has all the power,
no.
That's what I'm getting at. They saying he has all the power, but I don't understand how he has more power than the GM when the GM is a draft guru. No, it came from, I know where it came from. It came from about draft picks and how was this a Gruden draft? And it wasn't. It wasn't a Gruden draft.
No, you could tell it was. I mean, this is what I think. I think that we have a situation to where our coach and our GM is on they're pretty much on. You know, they're cool. You know, they're on the same level. They're more cordial with Gruden having an input. In some situations, we know it's not like that. But you know, in a lot of situations, the coach, you know, he got to say on who he wants to bring in, and you know, free agent wise and draft wise, you know. But the GM got the last say, so I think, you know, Gruden and Mayock got a better relationship than most GMs and coaches.
Right.
But
right.
It's like when you look at the talent, especially the late round talent, like you look at a Nate Hobbs, you could tell that's a Mayock pick, man. Mayock been, you know, if you're familiar with him, I've been watching the draft and all that for years, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you, he was a cheat code for a lot of GMs. He would come on that network, on NFL Network, and say who's the under the radar type of player. And that's what people don't know. That's like what you get with Mayock. You don't get that every year.
People don't know that when you had those paths to the drafts in the NFL Network, where he sat in Indianapolis at the combine and really break down these players and why this player should go here and go there. Gruden can't do that.
Fact.
Gruden can't do it. I love Gruden. I respect Gruden as a coach, but I just don't think when it comes to player personnel, he does not have the final say. I just don't think so. He has the final say when it comes to training camp and who should stay on the 53-man roster. Yeah, that's because that's part of him being a head coach. But drafting them, and I think certain free agents.
But if you got a guy like Mike Mayock, do you really want to get involved with that? You got a guy who's good at evaluating talent. I think Gruden. I think he more want to take a seat back. You know, let Mayock do his thing.
Yeah. You got a point there.
Yeah.
And just to answer, knock Andrew, what is my favorite beer? I got a few favorite beers, by the way. I like Yanglin's. What's that I know Yinglin's. I'm a little bit of a Coors Light type of person.
Red
Yeah,
Stripe, I like the Jamaican beer too.
Yeah,
man.
the Jamaican beer, I tried it a few times, which was not bad. It's not one of my favorites though, but if it got to come down to it, like all the Yanglins, like the Yingling Blacks, the regular lagers of that nature, that's just something that's really smooth for me, less carbs. So I definitely take the Yingling.
Okay, man. And then one more thing, man. The season feels so like 2016. I damn near don't want to play Carr when we play the coach, man. I said, damn, we might got to sit him out because this shit feels starting to feel like deja vu. Carr is off to
It depends what our record is at that time.
You said what was our record?
It depends what our record is at that time. If we end up playing the Colts again this year, it really depends. If we're already in the playoffs and we clinch the playoff berth, please take Carr out. Just do it.
Do you think he could keep this the success that he's having up? Do you think he could play at this rate until the season is over?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
I mean, you know, I hope so, man. I mean, because when I look at the plays, I'm like, damn, I don't really see him doing. It looks like everything's working. I don't really see him doing anything out the pocket, like he's doing too much freestyling plays or nothing like that. It looks like everything they're scripting up is just working. You know, the rugs is improving. Henry Renfro is getting better, man. Waller is the key to all this shit. Waller, man, to have an underrated superstar like that, that's a blessing.
Okay. So, shout out to Pacing Cunningham for coming a member of the Spotlight Raiders Talk. Thank you so much for coming a member, brother. Really do appreciate that. And I know a lot of people probably left the chat because it's 3 hours, almost 3 hours in. But we here to agree to disagree. We still Raiders fans at the end of the day. We just had a few questions about a few things, especially with the whole Al Davis and John Gruden trade. That came up in it too. Because my question was, if John Gruden built the team in 2002 to go to the Super Bowl, but we traded him for three first round picks, what was the reasoning for us trading him? But a lot of people were saying in the chat that it was more Al Davis that wanted power. And that was
that's what you know. Gruden is a fucking mastermind. He wanted to do it more of his offense, and Al Davis still wanted to run. You know, Al Davis was calling plays, man. You know, Al Davis wanted to run where he was running.
Right.
You know, that's what that was. You know, he was one of the men. But you got to think, you can't be mad at Al because he had success doing it. You know, he won a Super Bowl or two. I mean, we got 3. He might have won all 3 of them calling plays from them, you know?
This is a good question. They said, if we can playoffs, do we let Mariota play? If he's available, that's the only thing I say about that. If Mariota is available and we clinch the playoffs and we still got games left and we're already in the playoffs, the question will be, will Mariota be ready for that? Will he be available? Because he has not been available. He has not been available for us for the last 2 years.
I do want to say, I think when he gets back, the offense will be more dynamic. You know, it goes up another notch. You know, and I don't want to say, I don't want everybody to come in here thinking that I think he's better than Carr or nothing like that. But you gotta his legs, his playmaking ability. You gotta use that. You know, us being able to make plays in the red zone, he could help us with that.
Right.
And then that's why I put him in red zone. You know, let him do some type of option play or some shit like that. You know, and, hey, you know, him and Kenyon Drake, I think that'll work good together.
And I really would agree with it, but the best ability is availability, bro.
Okay, so what do you think we do at the trade deadline? You think we make a move, or do you think we stay pat?
I don't really know. It really depends on how much money we have. You know, it really depends on how much money we have. What are we willing to give up in this trade? That's really about a trade deadline. Who is a possibility that we trade Damon Arnett? Is it a possibility that we trade Klee? I don't want to trade.
Can you get anything for those two players though? It's I don't want to trade them for nothing.
I don't want to trade him for nothing either, but I feel like Klee is not getting enough playing time for him to prove himself. That's just me. I watched the last 3 games, and Klee.
I agree.
Klee, he missed the first game with a back injury, which is true. Second game, you didn't see much of Klee. Third game, you ain't see much of Klee. You seen him out there, but does he get enough burn? That's my problem. He's not getting enough reps for me to actually break down Clean Farrell of what he's actually doing, because they're rotating defensive line so much. Klee is on the outside looking in.
Yeah, he's getting lost in the
He's getting lost in the rotation. He's getting lost in the rotation, and it's just that.
But because I'm a big Klee supporter, I like this game. It's like, but when I look at Nassib stepping up, it's like shit. I don't want to take Nassib out for Klee right now. To be honest,
which is true, but sometimes these pass rushers get gassed.
Yeah. Of course, that's why I'm saying that's what's like. You got to steal somebody's time. That's what you got to get out there and do. You got to make it be like, okay, well, shit. You got to get out there and take the time, because the defensive line, man, we got so many good players on that defensive line that you got to really, you got to earn that time. You got Filine out there. You got what's the guy we brought in from Seattle? Is it Richardson or something?
Yeah, Jefferson. Quentin Jefferson.
Jefferson, he's balling right now, man. Then you got come on, all the defensive end we got. You got Nassib. Come on, you got to get out there and ball.
Thank you, Raider J. That's absolutely correct. Cleveland is needed for run support, a huge impact that gets unnoticed. It's a fact.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big fact. I feel like he's so good in the run game. Nobody sees how well he does in the run game when he comes out there. I mean, personally, people say that he's too small to play inside, but I've seen a lot of small defensive tackles be dominant inside, the same size as Clean Farrell right now. I've seen it.
We just gotta be a problem, man.
He just gotta get more. I think he can. He just need more reps. Even though training camp, you can prove yourself. That's why he made the 53-man roster. He proved himself that he can make the 53-man roster. He already proven himself there. That's one accomplishment. But since we have a 53-man roster, how many snaps that we see Clean Farrell out there in the last 3 games? Please look it up. Because Malcolm Kuntz is not playing either. He's another pass rusher or inside player that you can use. Kuntz is not playing either. So do we trade Kuntz as well, since the same way we talk about Clean Farrell?
No, we just drafted him. Kuntz is a 3rd rounder. I think we're playing it smart with him. Let's let him get bigger. Let's not let him put him in if we don't have to. Because it's really no room for him to play anyway. So we don't got to play him. Let's let him get better. Let's develop him. That's another thing. I feel like Gus is his coaching staff. Now we starting to see our young players develop. I didn't see that with Gunther.
Right.
I mean, you could, one season, one training camp under Gus, everybody looked, all of the young players that we was like, damn, Mayock, what are you doing? Everybody was just in an uproar about Mayock, and he didn't know what he was doing with the drives. But one season with a good coaching staff, you see, you start to see what happens. But
so
I got one more question, man.
Before we answer that question, I'm just looking at the chat because people saying stuff in the chat. So Fierce Raider said he had 3 snaps so far. So technically he had 15 snaps in 3 games. He had 12 snaps against Miami. And then Victor says on that Dolphins rushing TD, Hankins and Cleaners, our best 2 run D linemen, were on the bench. Enough said. Enough said. He played. I don't think I saw 12 snaps in the Miami game. I don't think I saw 12 snaps. I did that whole live stream. I did not see Clean Farrell in 12 snaps. Did you?
No, I didn't. I feel like I didn't either. I've seen a couple, man.
Right.
But you want to know something? This is what I that's why I don't worry about Clean, because his background. When you look at his background, where he came from, when we drafted him, him coming from Clemson, and then to even go a little further, his father and his mother being military background. I don't think that the pressure is going to be too much. I think he can handle it. You know, most players are fold, and they're, you know, he's a first round pick. He got the right to come out, and, you know, he probably could demand a trade if he really wanted to. So I
Facts.
feel like he's going to prove his, you know, I feel like he's going to step it up and prove that he deserved to be on the field by the end of the season.
Okay, so what is your question, bro? I would like to hear your question, bro.
Okay, man. So with Derek Carr, you know, we watching him. He's balling out this year. I believe he got one more season left under contract after this season, right? Do you re-sign Derek Carr after this season, or do you let him play again and maybe the price goes up? Because I feel like if he has 2 good seasons in a row, you know, it's like shit. You might as well pay me. You know, Mahomes is getting 50. All these other quarterbacks is getting, you know, it's like. But if we re-sign him now, then maybe we could get a discount. Maybe we could get him for around 35 or 40 or something like that, you know? Because, shit, $50 million, that's too much.
All right, so we got some news from Ja Raider. I'm going to answer your question as well. They said Javen White will be back week 5 and Morrow will be back week 5.
Oh, come on, man.
So
now we got more coverage linebackers out there.
You got more coverage linebackers, but now who do we send to the practice squad and who do we release? Because we boarded Denzel Perriman. Denzel Perriman is staying. KJ Wright is staying. Do we get rid of Nick? Nick Wachowski's going to have to stay. Corey Littleton's going to have to stay. So it's going to be some decisions. It's going to be some decisions that's going to have to be made.
Is Diablo out there? I think Diablo's on the roster. We send him back to the practice squad.
That's only if. That's only if. So it's still, mind you, we still have KJ Wright, Denzel Perriman, Corey Littleton, Nick Wachowski, and Devon Diablo. Now we have 2 linebackers coming back. We take Devon Diablo to the practice squad, which he made the 53-man roster during training camp. But who else do we get rid of? That's my question. Because we still gonna have to get rid of 2 other linebackers. We're gonna have to get rid of another linebacker outside of Diablo or another player for them to get back on the roster.
But you know what? I really think Javen White is gonna play more like when they line up in a nickel or the dime or something. You know, like in those type of situations, you're not really gonna see him when we line up in our 4-3 base. I feel like we need our core linebackers when we in that, you know. So it's like, if they really don't get too much time, I'm not really mad at that.
And your question too,
I feel like White hasn't really proven anything. You know, he just had a couple good games in the preseason. You know, we all rooting for him. You know, but you know, shit, he really ain't proved nothing. So these guys out here playing, man. I wouldn't take none of those linebackers out and put White in. Would you?
I mean, I don't know. I really don't know at this moment because it just could be some tough.
Kukowski for what's the other linebacker?
What, Nicholas Morrow?
Yeah, we got to think about Morrow. Shit, I might let Morrow come back and get burned before I let White hit the field. To be honest,
White for sure to the practice squad. I don't know if Javen White is going to go to the practice squad. I don't see that. Chris Gaines says, "Why was KJ Wright limited last week?" I don't know, but I don't want to get into that question just yet because we got about a few more minutes. But the Derek Carr question: do we re-sign him now? I know he sees the Mahomes and the Dak Prescotts of the world, but I don't think Derek Carr is the type of quarterback that wants big money. I don't think he wants big money. I think that we sign him to an extension that he likes next year. Going into next year in the offseason, I think we re-sign him so he could officially just stay a Raider. But do he want Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers type of money? I don't think he does. I don't think DC wants that type of money.
Like Brady, you know, Brady never took top dollar when he was in when he was with the Patriots. So,
exactly.
Maybe he plays it like that.
He didn't, mind you, Brady's in Tampa Bay right now, and his contract is not even that big. He's a 7-time Super Bowl champion. He never took a big contract in his career. And that's why I love about
demon, ain't it?
That's why I love about Carr, man.
Yeah.
You don't need all that money to win Super Bowls, man. You don't need all that money to win Super Bowls.
Exactly. Hey, man, I think if he could stay healthy, I'm not gonna lie. I think we could win one this year. This is our time, man. But if we can stay healthy, you got to think if we can stay healthy, and then mind you, Super Bowl is in Los Angeles, and next year it's in Las Vegas, right?
Right. And you got to think about it too, though. Even if Carr takes less, you got to think about it. He's in Las Vegas. There's no tax there, so he don't need a big contract. He doesn't.
I'm thinking maybe like a 6-year, $35 million, something like that. Where he makes $35 million every season for like 6 years. Something decent. Hopefully he doesn't, but you never know, man. You never know.
He might take.
Carr wanted his bread. Carr did want his money when we was going through that thing with Mac, and for a while I was like, why didn't we re-sign Mac first until we got Crosby? But shit, it was Carr wanted his bread back then. He was like, shit. I mean, he was talking about.
He did get. He at one point he was the highest paid quarterback in the league. At one point, he already did it.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I'm just saying, you were saying like maybe he takes a little pay cut, but that's like you never know. Maybe he might want his value. You feel me? Because
right.
If you think about it, if we were to let him walk, it's somebody willing to pay. The way he's playing right now, it's somebody willing to pay Carr $40 million.
Facts. So, with that being said, y'all, I thank you for calling up my guy. It's been a long 3-hour show.
Man, appreciate it.
I might do one. Tomorrow. If I'm not mistaken, I might do another live stream tomorrow, bro. I'm not too sure because I'm gonna be on the Spotlight Sports Network doing college football tomorrow. That's how I get my scouting done, doing college football games. So,
right.
But thank you for calling up, bro. We really do appreciate it.
All right, for sure, man. Hey, you gonna go live for the game?
Yeah, I'll be live for the game, brother. I don't even know why you asked. I don't know why you asked that, man. Come on, man.
Hey, man, I say, man, hey, my girl, she heard me. She seen me watching the game, and then she heard you on the. I got you on the phone. I'm looking at the watch you do the live or whatever, right? And then I'm like, she like, why you watching both? I'm like, shit, man. Spotlight. He take out all his rage for me, shit. Because shit, I damn near have a heart attack when I'm watching the Raiders every week, man. You handle all that for me, man. I just be tripping off you. I be like, man, hey, and I like it. I enjoy it too, man, because it's raw emotion, man. Believe me, I'll be the same way, yelling at the TV, everything, man.
I'm ready to throw something to the TV, take my cell phone stand and just throw it like, just be like that all the time.
Yeah, man, keep doing your thing, man. I feel like when you do the games, man, I fuck with it. So I'm gonna let you go though, bro.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you later. Have a good night, man. All right, y'all. I'm not taking no more calls. I was not supposed to go live for this long. I was not supposed to go live for 3 hours, but y'all kept me hype in the chat, man. Y'all kept me hype in the chat. And thank y'all so much for tuning into the show, man. I know we have our heated moments. I know y'all agree to disagree. I know I agree to disagree with y'all. That's just part of being a Raiders fan, man. That's part of being a Raiders fan at the end of the day. I was not supposed to be on here for 3 hours. Raider Pete, you owe me. You owe me, brother. You owe me, brother. Like you really do. You had a whole hour of me arguing about something that did not have to do with this week's game. God damn it, Raider Pete. But it's all love, man. It's all love, man. I really appreciate all y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. This is y'all first time ever being here. I would suggest that y'all subscribe, hit the bell button. Make sure you join the Discord. The Discord, I put the link in there so many times. If you do want to become a member of the Spotlight Raiders Talk, the link is in the description and on the top of the comments on the screen. I got a lot of stuff coming up when it comes to the members-only chats. Got a lot of stuff coming up. But it's always greatness here. It's always love. It's always blessings. Thank y'all so much for being here for the 3 hours I was not supposed to be on. I love y'all to death. Peace, love, and happiness. If I do a show tomorrow, I'll let y'all know. If not, I will have a video or a premiere loaded up. It's all good. Make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Spotlight Raiders Talk. Don't forget, if you want to get your hoodies, you want to get your Spotlight Raiders Talk hoodies, spotlightsportsgear.com. Make sure y'all do that 20% off. Today is the last day for. You do not want to miss it. And my prediction is 31-24 Raiders over the Chargers in SoFi. Just win, baby. We out of here. Peace, love, blessings. Everybody have a great night. Everybody be safe out there. it is love. It's love. So I'll holler at y'all. Peace.
LA to LV, I'm a raider. Ain't shit you can tell me, I'm a raider. Ain't shit you can tell me, I'm so nation. No matter the location, from OAK, LA to LV, I'm a raider. Ain't shit you can tell me, I'm a raider. Ain't shit you can tell me, I'm so nation. No matter the location. This got that